following is a presentation of Doran Braves Baseball, the 2009 Cape Cod League champions.
The 2022 regular season was filled with a lot of highs.
Can the Braves break through? Here it is. This is hit over the head of the shortstop into left center field. Quick scores. Here comes Folsom, and the Braves have taken the lead here in the eighth. See Wagner for the first time as he hits another ball the opposite way. This is belted into right field over the fence. Oh my goodness, Matt Shea is cooking with some sort of gas right now.
Standings in the entire league.
44 games has come and gone. It all comes down to this. It's the start of the 2022 Cape Cod League postseason. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Doran Park with Max Tanzer. I'm Calvin Cristoforo. It's the Braves. It's the Falmouth Commodores in Game 1 of 3 in the West Division semifinal tonight here at Doran Park.
It's going to be a really good matchup right here. We have two teams that played each other incredibly tight over the entire season. Tied the season series at 3 apiece. You got a Braves team who's been the hottest team on the Cape over the last couple weeks, and a Falmouth team that loves to play on the road, and they're going to get 2 road games in this series as well if it goes to 3.
It should be a lot of fun. The Braves on the field right now being presented with the West Division title crown, the President's Trophy crown. The Braves are the #1 overall record in the entire Cape, the #1 overall record in the West Division. That means the playoff format runs through Doran Park. We can look at this as a micro or a macro. Let's go small in this game tonight. Game 1, really big. You win Game 1, more often than not, you win the entire series. What do the Braves have to do?
They have to jump out early right here against this Falmouth pitching staff right now. Again, they're going to start Moore tonight, who hasn't started a game this entire season right here. I think one of the biggest struggles against Falmouth when the Braves face them, especially here at Doran Park, is there's that one inning. You talk about the Hunter Furtado start with that 5th. That was a 10-3 win. And I think if they can control the little things tonight, they'll pick up a big win.
Let's send it down to the field for a special presentation.
All right, so the first thing for this gentleman, he is with a .360 batting average. He is the Thurman Munson batting champion for the Cape League this year, so congratulations, Matt. 49 hits in 36 games. That's pretty good, so congratulations, outstanding. And according to Darren Weeks, the GM, you now have the 2nd highest batting average ever of a born Brave, and you're the first winner of this since 1989. It's been a long time, so congratulations. Yeah. No, you don't get to go back. Stay here. I had to write this stuff down. There was so much on here. But not only only did he win the batting championship, but Matt came in third in total hits. He was among the league leaders in home runs with 5, first in total bases, first in on-base percentage and slugging percentage, third in runs scored, third in stolen bases. And the good news is he's a pretty good defender, too, because between shortstop and second base, he committed only 3 errors and about 170 chances. So that's a fantastic season, both offensively and defensively. So congratulations. What that really means is congratulations, because Matt, you've also been named the Pat Sorrenti Most Valuable Player for 2022 in the Cape League. Congratulations. There's your Cape League MVP right there, folks.
So there you have it, Matt Shaw, not only the batting champion in the Cape League this summer, but also the league MVP. He'll have to do a lot tonight in round 1 of the postseason. Game 1 tonight here at Doran Park between the Falmouth Commodores and the Bourne Braves. First pitch in just about 15 minutes, so buckle up. It's a special postseason edition of Before the Bravos with Mac Friday and Ethan Frank when we come back on the Bourne Braves Television Network.
Welcome to Before the Bravos. Matt Shaw was just named the Cape Cod Baseball League MVP for 2022. It's game 1 of the West Division playoffs. The number 1 seed Bourne Braves, the number 4 seed Falmouth Commodores. Ethan, Frank, and Mac Friday here to preview all the action for you. Mac, how are you?
I couldn't be better, Ethan, watching our guy, Matt Shaw, win the MVP as well as the Thurman Munson Batting Champ Award. Really cool achievement for him. It's a beautiful day. Ball's going to be flying out of the yard here at Doran Park. Playoff time here for the Bourne Braves. Couldn't be more excited.
No, I've watched Matt Shaw play for the last 2 summers now, and I cannot say there is a more exciting player to watch on a baseball diamond than him, both offensively and defensively, as was stated in the presentation. But it's playoff time, and let's get to the game at hand, and that is the Braves and the Commodores 3-3 regular season series, and Seth Keener gets the ball today for the Braves, and by my money, this is a great choice by Scott Landers to start a series. He's been nails all season long. Really, really good, whether he started or come out of the pen. I really like the decision to make your first impression with Seth Keener.
Absolutely. This is a guy you have to go with. He's proven how legitimate he is. In under 2 ERA, he's pitched 24 innings, 21 strikeouts, 18 hits, has only allowed around 5-6 runs across the entire season. He is a guy who will go out and start for you when you need it. He was given the ball during one of the biggest games of the year in the ACC Championship. He is the guy for Wake Forest when it comes to a big game for the Demon Deacons, and he is the big guy in the rotation for the Bourne Braves. He's given the ball in Game 1. Expect to see him come out and attack with that fastball, curveball, changeup combination that he has, and for the bullpen, which is fully stocked, to do the same thing behind him.
Yeah, speaking of that bullpen, what do you think the plan is for in an ideal world? And Seth Keener goes 5-6 innings like Scott Landers wants him to do. What do you think the ideal bullpen usage is for Landers?
I think you got 3 guys circled, especially with this lefty-heavy Falmouth lineup. The only lefty available today who you absolutely have to expect to see is Craig Scher, who has been absolutely incredible over his last couple appearances. Then you look at the 2 big guns in the back end. Maybe you only use one of them today to save it for later in the series, but that's Nigel Belgrave and Ty Cummings. Ty Cummings, the all-star closer, snubbed for reliever of the year, in my opinion, for Cam Schulke with Katuitt. He has been nails out of the bullpen. He is the guy you give the ball to in a save situation, a close situation. We saw him the last time out here against Falmouth get that final out for that crucial win. You could also see middle-of-the-line type of guys like a Bryce Cunningham, like a Cameron Bye, if you need a middle relief or something of the sort in that position. I really expect to see Nigel Belgrave or Ty Cummings at the back end and Craig Scher for sure in the
a little play on words there.
In the 7th or 8th, potentially, with this lefty-heavy lineup.
Absolutely right. And when you look at the Braves lineup tonight, it's majority right-handed compared to Falmouth, which has a lot of left-handed hitters. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the first 7 guys in the lineup today hitting right-handed. And I have to agree, because those are your best 6 hitters right there. So when you look at this lineup, what stands out to you?
I'm looking at JKG. Josh Kuroda-Grauer was tremendous in his first game as a Bourne Brave. And you got to remember, this is a bullpen game for Falmouth. We saw what the Braves did in a bullpen game against the Katuitt Kettleers yesterday. 9-0 domination, 14 hits, absolutely tremendous from numerous guys in the lineup. I would say my guys to look at are JKG, Josh Kuroda-Grauer, as well as the MVP and batting champ, Matt Shaw, who leads the way against Falmouth with a .474 batting average and a 1,200 OPS, and then guys like Mac Horvath as well, who will be in right field today. He brings a big bat, and he's played particularly well over the past couple games. 2 home runs in his last 2 games. He's been pretty incredible.
And when he hits home runs, he hits them in bunches.
Hits them far, and he hits them consistently, and he might be the only person on planet Earth to skydive and hit a home run in the same day. That's what he did yesterday.
Absolutely right. And I was talking to Matt Shaw before the game, and he was saying, I was like, Matt, the wind's blowing out to left hard again today. He's like, yeah, it's going to blow out hard during BP, but once the game starts, it's going to die, and it's going to be hard to elevate the ball in this ballpark. We've seen that all season long, how Braves hitters have not been able to hit home runs. They have not been able to take advantage of the short porch in right field down the line. Only a couple times this season have we seen that taking advantage of, a lot of it by left-handed opposing batters. We'll see if Evan Slight, who had a really good round of batting practice, can do that today. He's trying to find that power swing back. I was talking to him. He said he might have just found it during BP today.
I have a question to pose for you.
Okay.
Talking with the wind blowing out to left field, our cars were moved out to left field behind the bullpen. Would you sacrifice a dent or a broken windshield on your car for a crucial Braves home run tonight?
My car is all the way by the UCT sign in the football
I don't
bleachers.
think you need to worry.
So if someone hits my car, I am perfectly okay with it, because that would be about a, 550, 600-foot home run. So that would be perfectly acceptable. But if you're getting a win, I think it's okay to sacrifice a windshield.
Okay, I'll take that answer with you, and I'll agree with you as well. But I think something we need to look at quickly before we get out of here is the record of the Falmouth Commodores here at Doran Park. They have dominated. They are 2-1 against the Braves. Braves 1-2. We obviously saw that very close game towards the end of the season with Ty Cummings, that one-out save. But also, You have to remember the 10-3 domination that the Commodores pulled off
Under
here.
protest.
Under protest. We'll see if that happens again. That's pretty crucial today at Doran.
It will be very interesting to see. Game 1 is just around the corner. Max and Calvin have the call. You'll see me during the game. You'll read Max recap post-game and follow his tweets live on Twitter. Your Twitter at?
Mac Friday with 2 Y's.
Mac Friday with 2 Ys.
MACFRIDAYY.
Enjoy the game.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lisa Simmons.
For the August sports season, you can catch Cape Cod League baseball on WEEI. The station will be running the 12 Cape League contest on the station's local affiliate, Miami6.3.com. The Braves will be in the airwaves twice in the regular season, first on July 3rd in the Bravo Bowl Valley, and then on July 31st in the Bowl Records Finals, Doran. Catch the Braves on live radio, but you can always watch and listen to the team live on the Blue Braves YouTube channel. Just search Blue Braves.
As a first sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League, the Nets Network is celebrating the games with live play. From baseball brackets to video lottery games that help support all 351 cities and towns across the Commonwealth. So let's get the years away and get to more.
Cape Cod League baseball is live. The Blue Braves are in action.
The wait is over. It's finally postseason time here on the Cape. It's the Bourne Braves. It's the Falmouth Commodores in Game 1 of 3 in the West Division at semifinals. The Braves, the President's Trophy winners at 23-14-7. Falmouth, the number 4 seed in the West Division at 19-21-4. But the only thing that matters now is that both of these teams are in the dance. And here is Coach Jeff Prundy's starting lineup in Game 1 of the postseason. Alex Mooney, the shortstop, leads us off. Colby Halter at second base hits second. Chase Borfin, the left fielder, hits third. Andrew Pinckney in center hits fourth. Peyton Stovall, the DH, hits fifth. Drew Bretcher, the right fielder, hits sixth. Josiah Cromwick, the catcher, hits seventh. Jacob Walsh, the first baseman, hits eighth. And Anthony McKenzie, the switch-hitting second baseman, rounds out the Falmouth 9 up against the Braves righty and Seth Keener.
And this is exactly who you want on the mound here for your game number 1 starter. For Keener, this will just be his third start, but his last out against Harwich went deep, 5 innings in relief, no runs, 4 hits, 6 strikeouts, no walks, was an all-star this year, well-deservingly, posting a 1.87 ERA. First time we'll face the Commodores this summer as well.
Keener, a right-hander. Braves will throw a lefty tomorrow in Hunter Furtado. But the Braves going with the hot arm in Seth Keener. The batter is Alex Mooney, the Duke shortstop, to lead us off. Keener's ready, his first pitch. Swung on and rolled over in the hole, left side through, a base hit. Alex Mooney not waiting around. This guy loves swinging at the first pitch. In the matchup against the Braves earlier this season, in his first 4 at-bats, he swung at the first pitch every single time. not waiting around tonight, and he's on with a leadoff single.
And that's the report against him. Got a fastball over the heart of the plate right there, jumped on it, and hit a hard ground ball just past the outstretched glove of Peck.
So Mooney's on to begin the ball game, and here is Colby Halter, the best hitter in this Commodore lineup. Keener working from the first base side, fires. Fastball outside, ball one. Mooney on first, nobody out here on the top of the first inning. The Braves and Falmouth Commodores playing in game one of a 3-game playoff set. The 1-0. Fastball at the knees, 1-1. Braves and Doors split the regular season series 3 games apiece, but Falmouth successful at this ballpark, taking 2 of the 3 at Doran. Keener's 1-1. Popped up into short right field. Matt Horvath, the right fielder, gives way to the center fielder Taylor, and he makes the two-handed catch in front of the Doran Park scoreboard for the first out here in the first. You met Taylor. Let's meet the rest of the Braves defense. Evan Slight is in left. Andrew Taylor instead. Nelson Taylor in center. Matt Horvath in right. Ryan Enos is the third baseman. John Peck at short. Matt Shaw at second. Chris Brito is at first. And Tomas Frick does the catching for Seth Keener. The batter is the Arkansas left-handed hitting outfielder in Jace Borfin. Before the first pitch to him, Keener takes a check over on the runner Mooney, who's back in safely. Keener sets his pitch, runner going. The pitch is swung on and fouled back over the Braves dugout down the third base line for strike one, and Mooney's going to have to go back the 90 feet.
And Frick has done a fairly good job controlling the running game this year, throwing out just about a quarter of the base runners to steal against him this summer. Mooney himself with 14 bags to his name, so definitely a threat.
He's on first with 1 out, top of the first inning. And Keener takes a look at him and hits him right in the back. Mooney definitely in some pain over there. That pickoff attempt got Mooney right in the center of the number 4 in the back of his black uniform. Definitely a stinger, something you don't expect, but it looks like he's going to wipe it off. He'll be fine. He'll take his lead again. Keener back on the mound. His 0-1. Here it is. Mooney going again. The pitch is outside. Frick has to double clutch, and after that, no chance to get the speedster in Mooney. He swipes second with a head-first slide, and the Doors have a runner in scoring position with just 1 out here on the top of the first.
And this was a good pitch to throw on for Tomas. It was up and out of the zone, off the plate as well. Just double clutched as he tried to transition from his glove to his throwing arm, and with Mooney's speed, able to get in there with ease.
So Falmouth now looking to draw first blood. Count is 1-1, and the number 3 batter in Jace Borfin. Pitch. Slider, foul tipped into the mitt, 1-2. Braves in their white uniforms tonight. White tops, white bottoms, red cap. Falmouth in the road blacks. Black tops, gray bottoms, maroon letters and numbers. Keener looking for a big second out here on the first. Mooney dances off a second, the 1-2. In the dirt, really good block by Frick to keep that in front of him, and Mooney's forced to stay on second.
And for Seth, it'll be a fastball, curveball, changeup, slider mix. That fastball ranging from 92 to 94. Topped at 95 at Wake Forest this year. Keeps the ball on the ground as well, 52% GB rate.
And loves to go to that fastball when he needs a strikeout. Here's his 2-2. It is the heater, but upstairs for ball 3. 12 of Keener's 21 strikeouts on the year have been with the number 1. Tried to get Borfin there, but he was not biting, and the count has gone full. Keener's 3-2. Slider swung on and missed. He got him, strike 3. That is a nasty bender twisting towards the left-handed swinging outfielder, and 2 are retired with the runner on second here on the top of the first.
And that's a really big pitch right there, 3-2. You do not want to put Borfin on to face Andrew Pinckney. And that's a slurve that Keener likes to call it, that he likes to mix in right there, just between the curveball and the slider. It's induced 29% whiff rate so far this summer. And you got a big swing and a miss from Borfin right there.
That's a big timeout. So now it's up to Andrew Pinckney with the runner on second and 2 away. Scoreless game just underway here at Doran Park. The pitch. Back to that slurve, and it's continuing to be topsy-turvy, crossing home plate for strike one. Shaw holding the runner on up the middle, so there's a really big hole on the right side of the infield if Pinckney can go that way. Keener's 0-1. Back to that slurve, but below the zone, 1-1. 82 degrees, blue skies here at Doran Park at first pitch. A great summer night here for Game 1 of the Cape League postseason. Keener looking to get out of this first inning unscathed. He sets his pitch. Breaking ball that catches the corner. Strike two, and boy, does Seth Keener have a ton of confidence in that pitch early.
And that was just spectacular command right there, right off the outside corner, about knee-high. Not much Pinckney could do. You could see him cock his head up towards the sky after that call. Really good pitcher's pitch.
He's climbed ahead with that slurve. Does he now try to slide a heater past Pinckney to get out of this first inning? The 1-2. Does go to that fastball, and it catches him looking, strike three. Seth Keener works around the leadoff single in stunning fashion, retires back-to-back Commodores to retire this side in the top of the first inning. Falmouth gets a hit, but leaves a runner on. Nobody scores for the Commodores in the top of the first. We're headed to the home half of inning number one on the Bourne Braves Radio Network.
Feeling lucky? Head over to the 50-50 table at Doran Park and play everyone's favorite ballpark game of chance. A different list of prizes are available every home game, and of course, half the pot is always up for grabs. Take it for life. My family played the 50-50 last season and won a gift certificate to a local ice cream shop, and I can tell you firsthand it was delicious. Check out the list of prizes over at the 50-50 table next to the concession stand and play the 50-50 night, because I'm sure there's a prize for you. For the first time since 2019, the Cape Cod League All-Star Game is back. On Saturday, July 23rd at 6:45, the best players on the team will come together in Wareham and duke it out in an East Division versus West Division clash. In 2021, the Braves had a league-leading year All-Stars, but they weren't able to shine in the late-season showcase. But now the game is back, and it will include your favorite Braves stars as well as the best talent from around the Cape. Time to go back to the park. This is Bourne Braves baseball.
Seth Keener works around a leadoff single in the top half of the first inning and pitches to a scoreless frame as we're now in the bottom half of inning number one in Game 1 of the 2022 Cape Cod League postseason in a scoreless contest. It's the first round of the postseason. It's the first playoff game managed by Scott Landers, and here is Coach Landers' starting lineup in the first round, first game. Ryan Enos, old reliable, the third baseman, leads us off. Matt Shaw, the league MVP, newly announced pregame today. He bats second. Mac Horvath, who's homered in back-to-back contests, hits third. Big bad Chris Brito cleans it up. Evan Slight hits fifth, playing in left field. Josh Corona-Grauer rounds out the triple of Scarlet Braves, hitting 4, 6, 7. He's the DH, he hits 6. John Peck hits 7th, Nelson Taylor in center field hits 8th, and Tomas Frick rounds out the 9. He's the catcher, going up against the lefty from Northwestern and Nolan Moore.
And for Moore, this will be his first start of the summer, 6th appearance. Not going to overpower you. His fastball just sitting around 84 to 86, but that changeup is his bread and butter. He uses it 37% of the time, a 38% whiff rate on it so far this summer.
He'll start off against the right-handed hitting Ryan Enos, who had a career day yesterday. The first pitch. Enos squares to bunt like he always does and comes up empty on a fastball running down and away with that two-seam action for strike one. Enos yesterday all over the box score and get to it. Leo 1. Down and in, it skips past home plate, 1-1. The Braves third baseman, a triple shy of the cycle. Opened up the game with a 2-run home run, singled, doubled, reached on a walk a major cog in the Braves' 9-0 decisive win. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Lefty got him way out on his front foot with that curveball for strike 2.
That's going to probably be the approach tonight, trying to slow these bats down, as we really have seen against opposing pitchers lately.
Moore's 1-2. Downstairs again, 2-2. And Moore's a guy you could probably classify as a junker of some sorts, a guy whose fastball averages 84 miles an hour, a lot of two-seam movement to him. Primary changeup guy 37% of the time. 2-2, he got Enos fishing at a breaking ball down in the dirt. The catcher Cromwell comes to his feet and makes the easy toss to first. And Ryan Enos, who has been really solid at home plate, putting the ball in play time after time, just looked completely dazed in that at-bat.
Matt Shaw.
So one is gone. Here is the Falmouth defensive alignment tonight. Jace Borfin in left, Andrew Pinckney in center, Drew Butchers in right, Mackenzie Mooney, Halter, and Walsh left to right in the infield, and Josiah Cromwick is the catcher. The batter is Matt Shaw, the pitch. Down and away for ball 1. Shaw announced pregame in a really cool ceremony. The league MVP, the Pat Soretti Award winner. 1-0. That two-seam fastball that catches the zone 1-1.
And I think that Moore tonight's going to be effective against righties because of the amount of that arm side run. It plays really well off that change.
His 1-1. Goes to the slider, and Shaw rolls it over to short. Easy play for Mooney, who gloves and tosses, and gets out the MVP by 2 steps for the second out of this first inning.
And you spoke to it a little bit on Enos, but a guy who doesn't strike out a lot has a really good two-strike approach. And Moore just made him look silly, wailing at a breaking ball down out of the zone in the dirt. Enos was well out in front, almost spinning in a circle after that swing, and that just tells you how devastating that stuff is from Moore.
So bases empty, 2 gone. Here's Mac Horvath, the first pitch. Down and in. He's continuing to work with that slider early in this contest. Coming into play tonight on the Cape, just 16% of his pitches were that slider. But he's used it against the trio of righties to start off this Braves lineup. The 1-0. Down and in again, 2-0.
And he's going to keep the ball down, which is very interesting because he just has a 35% ground ball rate. That changeup has induced 67% fly balls this year, at least balls in the air, which is pretty uncharacteristic for a guy like Moore.
Here's his 2-0. Fastball and is downstairs, now 3-0 here on Mac Horvath. Mac's been seeing the ball really well as of late. 3-0. Big rip and a miss. He loves swinging with a 3-0 count, but he comes up empty this time, 3-1. Mac hit his 6th home run of the season last night in Katuitt. 6 home runs, ranked 2nd in the league, but here's the thing. He's not eligible. The 3-1. Rip and a miss, strike 2. He's not over the 2.7 at-bats per contest. So he's got 6 homers, but due to his lack of playing time, he's not even eligible to be among the Cape League leaders.
Averaging a home run every 3 games at this point.
The 3-2. Inside, ball 4, Moore walked him. And the Braves do, in fact, get a base runner on here in the bottom of the first inning. It's the right fielder, Mac Horvath.
6 home runs in 18 games is just remarkable. And this was a guy who was supposed to be on the opening day roster for the Braves. But due to a medical situation, it was a little bit delayed, but he has just been arguably the best bat in this lineup since he's entered a couple weeks ago.
And he can really run, too. 8 stolen bases on 12 attempts this summer. He's on first, 2 outs, scoreless game here in the bottom of the first. Pitch to Brito. Below the zone, ball 1. Chris Brito, the first baseman, the right-handed power bat digs in. Socked a double in last night's win against Katuitt. Trying to open up the scoring here early in the bottom of the first inning. Moore's 1-0. That changeup, which is just filthy, and Brito's way out on his front foot. Didn't come close to that one, 1-1.
Just disappears on righties right there, starting on the outside corner, fading well into the left-hander's batter's box.
Let's see what Moore comes with on this 1-1 pitch. Here it is. Horvath is running. The pitch is in there for a strike. The throw down, not in time. Mac Horvath is in with a head-first slide, his 9th stolen base of the season. And more with that big leg kick and slow velocity could be a guy the Braves really try to take advantage on the aggressive base running.
Yeah, tough break for Cromwell. You could see try to rush that throw. Made a good one, but Horvath didn't him plenty of time.
So both teams get a runner in scoring position. The 1-2. Inside 2-2. Falmouth wasted Mooney on second base in the top of the first inning. The Braves looking to draw first blood with Mac Horvath on second base. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless game here in game 1 of 3 in the West Division semifinals. Moore looking to get out of this first inning unscathed. He sets at the belt. The lefty's 2-2. Swing and a pop-up into shallow right field. Brutcher, the right fielder, coming on, and he makes the one-handed catch on the run to retire the side in the first. So both teams get a runner to second base, and neither team scores. The Braves leave a runner in scoring position and do not get a hit in the bottom of the first inning. We're through 1 here at Doran Park, scoreless on the Born Braves Radio Network. Scoreless game as we're in the top half of the second inning back at Doran Park in Bourne. The Braves and Falmouth Commodores going at it in game number 1 in a best-of-3 West Division semifinal contest. The Braves starter Seth Keener worked around a leadoff single in the first and now will face 4, 5, 6 here to start the second. Peyton Stovall, the Arkansas DH, will start us up. Keener's ready from the wind, his first pitch. Slider that gets the inside corner, strike 1. We alluded to it a little bit, but Matt Shaw winning league MVP pregame, the 0-1. Down in the dirt, but Stovall went around 0-2. Shaw, the league MVP, the Pat Cerrone Award winner, a 360 hitter on the regular season for the Braves. Keener's 0-2. Fastball just off the outside corner. If that missed, it wasn't by much. 1-2. And Shaw getting the trophy in classic Matt Shaw fashion. Just stuffed it into his bat bag. The 1-2. Foul tip into the mitt, but Frick at the last second couldn't hang on. And the count will remain 1-2.
And Matt Shaw, as humble as it comes, and I'll tell you, there's one trophy on his mind right now. It's neither the batting title award or the MVP. It's that championship trophy.
The pitch. Up and away, a fastball 2-2.
And we've talked about it countless times over the last few weeks here, but I think one of the main reasons why this team is so bought in as well is because of his leadership qualities, which you really can't quantify.
Keener's 2-2. Down and in, ball 3. And you can look at the offensive stats, the defensive run saved, and you said it, his intangibles almost just as important to this Braves team who looks to make a playoff push starting tonight against Falmouth. Keener's 3-2 out of the wind. Here it is. Fastball outside. It just missed. And from 0-2, Stovall works all the way back and takes ball 4.
And for Keener, averaging just a walk every 3 innings here, and that's a tough one. A really good plate appearance pieced together by Stovall right there. After seeing a heavy dosage of sliders, Keener went to that fastball late as per usual. The pitch he likes to use the most with 2 strikes. And a really close spot, an even better take by Stovall.
So for the second straight inning, the Doors have the leadoff runner on. First pitch to Drew Brutcher's in there for a strike, a fastball in the outside corner. Runner on, nobody out. Top of the second inning, scoreless game here at Doran Park. The 0-1. In the dirt, good block by Frick behind home plate to keep the runner in. Stovall over at first. Now 1-1 on the Falmouth right fielder.
How special do you think it is for Matt himself, too, a Massachusetts native, to earn the Cape Cod League Award? I mean, I'm sure he went to Cape Cod Leagues as a kid and knew about all these teams.
Keener's 1-1 outside. Ball 2. I'm sure it was a really great accomplishment. Matt's not going to let it seem like it was a lot because he's so focused on today's game. But I'm sure in his mind and in his heart, he is fired up about that award. Also the league's batting champion with his .360 average. Keener's 2-1, swung on and roped up the middle. It's a base hit. Falmouth content to play station to station. But 2 runners on here to begin this second inning as Brutcher got one on the end side of the barrel, but still mustered it up the middle for a no-out base hit. And here come the Doors in the second.
And that fastball has been hittable so far. Mooney jumped on the first one he saw and hit a hard ground ball to the left side. Brutcher got one right there. It's really been that slurve so far. We'll see if a bunt is on right here. The corners will play in, but again, let's see if Keener's a little bit more confident with that breaking ball in this plate appearance.
Cromwick, the light-hitting catcher, is the batter. He does square, gets it down the third base line. Enos feels on a bounce, his only place to first. He tosses over there. And good athletic toe-touching by Matt Shaw to retire Cromwick as he had to adjust his feet at the last second, but got a foot on the bag as the Falmouth catcher is retired. But after doing his job, the runners advanced the 90 feet. So here's Falmouth with runners on second and third and just 1 out in the inning.
A good play by Enos right here. This was hit a little bit firmly, which almost caught him off guard, handcuffed him a bit as he caught it towards his shoe tops. And he's throwing the run just low enough for Shaw to reel it in.
So 2 runners in scoring position for the lefty bat of Jacob Walsh. First pitch down and in for ball 1. Braves will trade a run for an out here. Middle infield playing back on the grass. Peck gets short, shot second. Corners are, though, drawn in. Keener working from the wind, his 1-0. Fastball in the outside corner, 1-1. You look at the numbers for Walsh, you'll see a struggling hitter this season, just over the Mendoza line at .203. But you can throw all of that out when he hits here at Doran Park. Keener's 1-1. Swinging a smoke shot into the right center field alley. That is down for extra bases. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. It's a big swing by Jacob Walsh. And just like that, it's 2-0 Commodores.
And that was roped into the alley in right center field. Got a pitch down and in and just dropped the barrel on it. You mentioned the .203 batting clip, but he is hitting .250 against righties compared to just .093 against the southpaw. So with Keener on the mound tonight, sees the ball better, gets a pitch down and in right in his zone. And that was roped. And the Commodores not done yet. After McKenzie here, who swings it well against the Braves, you have the top of the lineup coming up as well.
You can make Jacob Walsh now 7 for 14 with 5 RBIs hitting this season at Doran. He's on second, 2 runs in. The batter's McKenzie, the first pitch. Fastball outside, ball 1. Falmouth on the board first. 2-0 Commodores, just 1 out here in the top of the second inning on the stinging 2 RBI double off the bat of the Oregon left-handed first baseman. Keener looking to limit the damage, the 1-0. In the dirt, 2-0. This is a guy in McKenzie you cannot afford to walk with the big dogs on deck in this Falmouth order. Keener needs to battle back ahead in the count, instead behind in the count, 2-0. Here to the Falmouth third baseman. 2-0, way out of the zone. It's 3-0. Base is empty. But the top of the Falmouth order waiting for an opportunity on deck. Keener needs to come all the way back. His pitch. Fastball over the heart of the plate. Strike one.
That's a good start right there. You do not want to walk the 9-0 hitter with Alex Mooney on deck. Garnered McKenzie 6 for 12 against the Braves and 6 for his last 17 in total. Got to get an out right here.
The 3-1. Hit off the end of the bat, grounded to Peck, the shortstop. He gobbles and fires and gets the out at first base. Walsh on the play cannot advance 90 feet, so he remains at second. Now with 2 outs in the inning.
And that was perfectly executed right there by Keener. A fastball away and a 3-1 count. McKenzie just slapping it right to the shortstop and Peck. And now you're an out away from limiting the damage to 2, and with the Braves offense that pushed across 9 last night, they got to feel pretty confident moving forward in this one.
2-0 Falmouth, 2 outs, runner on second base. Top of the second inning here at Doran Park, and the batter is Alex Mooney. The pitch. Breaking ball down and in, ball 1. Mooney liked the first pitch he saw in the first inning and roped a fastball through the left side of the infield for a base hit. If he does that again, Falmouth might have a field goal on the scoreboard here in the second. The 1-0. Swing and a wave and another one of those sharp breaking balls down and away. 1-1. Walsh is on second. He's driven in the 2 Falmouth runs with that 2 RBI double out into the right center field alley. Keener looking to limit this to just a 2-run second inning. The righty's 1-1. Crushed out to left center field. This is going to be a long run for Taylor. Back to the warning track. He makes the catch. Nelson Taylor, covering a country mile in center field, runs down what would have been extra bases, if not a long ball, off the bat of the Falmouth leadoff man. Taylor crashes into the fence, but the harm was worth it. He makes a big-time catch to retire the side in the top of the second inning. But not before Falmouth gets 2 hits. They score 2 runs, and after 1.5 here at Doran Park, 2-0 Falmouth in Game 1 of the West Division semifinals.
You know what Pete Alonso, Kevin Youkilis, and Lou Merloni all have in common? Go ahead, take a guess. Yeah, that's right. They're all former Born Braves. The list of famous Bravo alumni is lengthy and it's growing fast. Take 2021 Major League Baseball first overall pick Henry Davis, for example. He was on the Cape just 3 summers ago, back in 2019. So make sure you don't miss out on watching the future stars of tomorrow today. Admission to all games at Doran Park and around the Cape Cod League is free. For the full Braves schedule, head to the Bravos team website, bornbraves.org.
Did you know it takes $150,000 to field the Braves every summer? We are a non-profit, all-volunteer organization that relies solely on the donations of private citizens and local businesses. The Born Braves are a 501c organization, and all donations are tax deductible. You can donate today online at bornbraves.org.
This is Braves pitcher Hunter Furtado from Alabama Baseball. This is Born Braves Baseball.
Leading off the second for Bourne, the left fielder, number 27.
2-0 Falmouth in the bottom half of the second inning after the laser beam 2-run double by the big first baseman Jacob Walsh. He puts the Doors on the board first, and the Braves having to play comeback here at their home ballpark in Game 1 of the West Division semifinals.
It's going to be a tough task against Bourne tonight. Really slow-paced stuff against a Braves offense that loves the heater.
The batter is the left-handed hitting Evan Slight. The pitch. A really slow breaking ball that crosses at the belt and catches the zone for strike 1. Slight finished the season a .304 hitter in the middle of this Braves lineup. Trying to get the second inning started. Here's the 0-1. Rolled over to second, an easy play for Halter. He gloves in the hole and makes the easy flip over to first. Slight is retired rather nonchalantly, and one is gone. Here to begin the second for the Braves.
And Moore's been using that slider a lot tonight. We came in thinking it was going to be the changeup so far, which has been effective to right-handed hitters. But to a lefty and slight, pinpointing it just off the outside corner, getting a roll over for out number 1.
So here is Josh Kuroda-Grauer now with the bases empty and 1 gone. The pitch. Fastball that gets the outside corner, strike 1. JKG made his Braves debut last night and shined for the Bravos in its 9-0 win over Katuitt. The 0-1. That changeup, that's just so slow coming to home plate, but it's down and away. 1-1. Quickly the 1-1. Swing and an excuse me swing and a nasty slider sharply down in the zone. Kuroda-Grauer way out on his front foot. It's 1-2. The right-handed bat trying to fight back. The 1-2. Swinging the ball, hit softly off the end of the bat, but sinking fast, it's down for a base hit in center field. Pinckney plays it on 3 bounces, and the Braves get their first hit of the ball game as Josh Kuroda-Grauer just has made an instant impact in this Braves order.
And this is a guy that just flat out hits. Now 3 for 5 in his Braves career so far. But the Newport goals in the NECBL was 4 hits shy of the goals record with 56. So a great addition here from Scott Landers for the playoff run here for the next week or so.
And he can run too. Wasn't thrown out stealing in the NECBL. Pitch. Down and in, ball 1. Kuroda-Grauer 4 for 4 swiping bags for the Gulls, 6 for 7 stealing bases for Rutgers this spring. The batter is John Peck, the Braves shortstop. Batting with 1 out, 1 on, with his team down 2-0 in the home half of the second. Pitcher Moore will take a light toss over at first. Kuroda-Grauer back in safely. JKG was thrown out last night trying to swipe second base, but that's not going to stop him against a soft-tossing lefty tonight. The 1-0, another look over on the runner, and he's back in. Braves already have a stolen base successfully swiped tonight. That was Horvath back in the first. Would love to get another runner in scoring position here in the second. The 1-0. Fastball that catches at the top of the zone, 1-1. Braves wearing their white uniforms in Game 1 of the playoffs tonight. Braves, though, have been much more successful in the road blues. Coming into play tonight, the Bravos 15-6-4 in the navy blue uniforms, and just a 500 7-7-3 in the home whites. 1-1, another slow curveball that's just laughing up there to home plate. Peck's out ahead of it. Now he's fallen behind 1-2.
He might have a piece of yarn up there and just be pulling the string on Peck right there. That was filthy. Comes out of his hand like a fastball and just jets down and is pulled back immediately.
Now Peck has to fight behind the count 1-2. Another look over on Kuroda-Grauer, who's back in. Moore loves his off-speed stuff. 40% changeup, 15% slider, and that changeup has a 40% whiff rate. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He goes back to the breaking ball, and Peck is days ahead of it again. Second strikeout of the night for Nolan Moore, and 2 are gone here in the second.
What makes that so much harder to lay off of is he started him with a changeup over the heart of the plate right there that was about thigh high, and then drops one down out of the zone right there. And you have that fastball, which is only about 84, 85, but it's always going to be in the back of your head. So it's really difficult to sit on that changeup pitch with 2 strikes.
So Peck's the second strikeout victim for the Falmouth left-hander. Kuroda-Grauer remains on first, now with 2 outs in the inning, and here is the center fielder Nelson Taylor, who made that stunning catch in right center field to end the top half of this inning. First pitch. Fastball up and in, and Taylor has to duck the way out of that one. It's inside, ball 1.
And after seeing Moore lull these hitters to sleep for the first 7 batters, not expecting a heater right there, might I add, towards your head.
Taylor able to dodge it, though, and now he's ahead of the count 1-0. Lefty on left, he works with Moore. The pitch. Inside again, 2-0. Similar to what we saw in the first inning. Moore got 2 outs right away and then walked Horvath when he got the second out. Braves this time around have a runner on. The pitch. Fastball catches the zone, now 2-1. Corona Grauer yet to attempt to steal over at first, but still a threat with 2 outs in the inning. A 2-1. In the dirt, 3-1. So a really good count here to Nelson Taylor. Braves left fielder who has struggled a little bit after his home run in his first at-bat in a Braves uniform. But did have a big hit last night in the Braves 9-0 win, the 3-1. Tap foul, another pitch. That has movement. Everything this guy throws has a ton of run on it.
And that was that fastball running inside right there, and Taylor took a huge rip at it. It was almost sawed off right there, an odd 3/4 hack.
So now Corona Grauer will get a head start. Full count, 2 outs, 2-0 Falmouth, bottom of the second. The pitch. Spoiled away. Taylor just got a piece of that one. Got the handle of his black bat on it and fouled it back to the screen. They'll do the payoff again.
And this has to be a really uncomfortable at-bat. And we'll see if he goes with the slider right now, talking about Moore. Got slight to roll over it back to open up this frame and is yet to show it to Taylor here.
Corona Grauer will once again be running. Let's see what his 3-2 pitch is. Fastball inside. He lost him. Ball 4. Second walk issued of the night for Nolan Moore, and the runners are now on first and second, 2 outs, and that brings to the plate the suddenly red-hot Tomas Frick.
And that a really, really good plate appearance by Nelson Taylor right there. Fouling off a couple of real tough pitches, pushes a runner into scoring position here for the Braves. And you said it, Tomas Frick has been barreling up the ball more than anyone over the last couple of weeks here. They need a big knock from him here with 2 down.
He was 0 for 3 in Sunday's win against Hyannis, and said that was Tuesday night's win against Hyannis. Before that, though, he was on a 4-game hitting streak, trying to break through for the Braves in the second. The pitch. Looping breaking ball that comes through the back door and catches the outer part of the plate. Strike 1. 2-0 Falmouth on the RBI double off the bat of Jacob Walsh. Braves trying to battle back now in their half of the second inning. The 0-1. In the dirt, 1-1. And it kind of seems like Moore is being really selectively inaccurate.
Absolutely, and his whole goal here is to get these guys to chase, which I think later on in the game will set up that heater a little bit more. With 2 strikes, he was going with it to Taylor, but everyone else, it's been either that slider to lefties and the changeup to righties, which will allow him to get deeper into this ball game.
Let's see what he comes with to Tomas Frick here on a 1-1 count. Runners take their leads off first and second. The pitch will not be made. Instead, it's a gate play. Looking back, Corona Grauer into second. Wind gusting out to Frick's power alley out in left center field. The 1-1. Swinging the ball, hitting that direction, high and deep to left. Borfin going back to the track, and it is gone! A 3-run home run by Tomas Frick. And on one swing, the Braves are on top, 3-2 in the second.
And he got a pitch at the top of the zone. The wind's blowing out in that direction, and he let it fly. He is getting hot, and this is huge for the Braves moving forward. That's his first home run of the summer here, and there was no question. A towering blast into the Braves bullpen.
Tomas Frick, earlier this season, had a batting average of 40.40. Tonight, he gives the Braves a 3-0 lead on his first long ball of the season. Back to the top of the Braves order. The first pitch to Ryan Enos is in there for a strike. Suddenly 3-2 Braves. Bases clear, 2 outs, bottom of the second. The 0-1. Punch to right. Coming on strong is Brutcher. Plenty of room. It hangs up for him, and he makes the one-handed catch on the run to retire the side in the second inning. But not before. The Braves get 2 hits and 1 big swing. A 3-run home run by Tomas Frick into the Braves bullpen. His first long ball of the season makes it 3-2 Braves as we're through 2 here at Doran Park. T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile is committed to serve those who serve. That's why they go above and beyond for our active duty military, veterans, and first responders. Visit your neighborhood T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com to learn more.
For the first time since 2019, the full Cape Cod League playoff slate is back. Last season, just 2 teams from the East and West Division respectively played in the shortened playoff format, but this year there will be a full 8-team slate. 4 teams from the East and West will get a shot at the title. The Braves have missed the postseason just once since 2007 and look to make another run back to the title game in 2022, a series they lost a season ago. It's the Cape Cod League playoffs, and they're back in full swing for the first time in 3 years.
This is Josh Moylan, first baseman from East Carolina, and this is Born Braves Baseball.
Game 1 of the Western semifinal between the Bourne Braves and the Falmouth Commodores. And the Braves have a lead here 3-2 after falling behind 2-0 in the top of the second. The big blast, a Tomas Frick 3-run shot for his first home run on the campaign. And Calvin, there was no question. That was shot out there to deep straightaway left field.
Don't let the Braves catcher position get hot. A 3-hit night for Alan Espinal last night. Long ball by Tomas Frick tonight.
So Seth Keener will come out for his 3rd inning of work here. Allowed the 2-run double to Jacob Walsh back in the second inning, but now has a lead here, 3-2 Braves. Here's Colby Halter. First pitch on the way is swung on and missed for strike 1, 0-1.
And I'm really interested to see if the pitching style of Moore helped out Frick a little bit. Against hard-throwing righties this summer, he's really struggled.
Here's the 0-1 from Keener. Fastball outside, ball 1. 1-1, and he got a fastball at the top of the zone, ran right over the middle third of the plate, and he tattooed it. We mentioned the changeup has been effective against righties tonight from Moore, left-handed pitcher, of course. Hadn't really used his fastball as much. Started off Enos with a couple of them picking up the strikeout in the first inning, eventually with the changeup. Besides that, it was mostly slider off speed, and he gave a fastball to Frick. 1-1 is tap fouled on the first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And we talked about the wind heading out in that direction. Thought it was going to push Mooney's ball over the fence, and it definitely aided the sky ball by Frick. Not that it needed it. Out into the Braves bullpen.
So Keener trying to make a statement here, coming out for the top of the 3rd, ahead 1-2 here on Halter. His pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him with a changeup running down and away. Strikeout number 3 on the night for Keener. That's the start that he was looking for after gaining the lead here to open up the top of the 3rd.
Now he can dial it back in. The nerves are out. He's faced the lineup one time around, has given up a pair of runs, but has the lead. Time to lock in, and for Seth Keener to be Seth Keener.
First pitch to Jace Borfin is tap foul behind home plate. 0-1 the count here. And you got to give a ton of credit to Nelson Taylor. Again, with 2 outs and JKG over at first base, it just sort of felt like an inning that Moore was able to go, that he was going to be able to get through. As the 0-1 pitch is on its way. Swinging a high, towering fly ball, deep center field. Nelson Taylor sprinting back towards the track in front of the wall. He leaps and he brings this one back. What a catch by Nelson Taylor. The second time tonight he's taken away a home run and prevents the tying run from coming around to score. Put a star on it, my goodness.
And if that doesn't tell you the ball is carrying tonight, I don't know what will. That was just a routine fly out to center that just kept going and going and going. And Taylor's like, wait, I'm at the wall? I have to jump to catch this thing. What a grab by the Braves center fielder. He plays an excellent defensive center field.
Here's Andrew Pinckney now. First pitch on its way is a breaking ball at the top of the zone. 0-1 the count. And you said it, the ball is just jumping this evening. Alex Mooney hit one out towards left center to end what was the top of the second inning, deepest part of the yard. As the 0-1 is on its way. Breaking ball drops over for another strike. 0-2 here on Pinckney. And Taylor, ranging well towards his right, reached up right above that yellow line on the top of the fence to take a home run away as well there. 0-2 is a breaking ball down away. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So now if you're a pitcher, lock in. Keep the ball on the ground. And if you're the Braves, Nolan Moore, a guy, 65% of the balls hit off him are in the air.
1-2 is a breaking ball down low. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. For Keener, 52% ground ball rate, so just about split even, give or take. Fairly large amount of fly balls induced tonight. 2-2 the count here with 2 down. 3-2 Braves your score. Pitch on the way is seared on the ground to short, but Pack hasn't played perfectly. Gobbles it up and tosses a cross over to first base to retire this side. Fantastic answer by Seth Keener. Sets down this side 1-2-3 here in the top of the third. Braves lead at 3-2, and with that, let's send things down to Ethan Frank for the first time tonight. Ethan?
Thanks, Matt. It's Matt Shaw named Cape Cod Baseball League MVP before today's game, as we saw pregame, to go along with his Thurman Munson Award for the highest batting average in the entire league. But usually when you see an MVP presentation, it's a little special, but his teammates in the dugout were actually very surprised. Nobody knew anything. There was a little anticipation pregame. Did Shaw win yet? Did Shaw win yet? Nobody knew what was actually going to happen. So when I asked the guys how they felt, they were ecstatic, so happy for him, because he is one of the nicest guys you will meet on a baseball field, on and off the field as well. Always signing autographs, always doing everything he can for the community, and just helping out around Bourne. And you see with his play on the field, it translates everywhere in the dugout as well. As coaches love him, and he's more than deserving of winning the Cape Cod League MVP. And his teammates could not be happier for him. You'll see him bat here in the bottom of the third inning, and maybe he'll get one in the air and drive it deep out to left field. Hasn't hit a home run at Doran yet this season, but maybe tonight is that night.
That's right, Ethan. Matt's still looking for home run number 1, and you said this may be the night with the wind blowing out. The way it is, again, Nelson Taylor has taken away 2 home runs tonight. Tomas Frick in the bottom half of the second inning gave the Bravos the lead with a 3-run shot of his own towards left field. So the Braves up by 1 run here entering the bottom of the third inning. Nolan Moore out for his third frame of work, and he was cruising through this one despite a couple of walks. And the Frick home run, the big blemish.
And that will get you, right? How did Falmouth score their first run? Leadoff walk. How did the Braves score their first run? 2-out walk with just a runner on first base. So Braves looking to take advantage, and with the string of right-handed batters coming up, they've already seen what Moore has. Wind blowing out to left. Ball is carrying. Party time when you circle names like Matt Shaw, Matt Horvath, and Chris Brito, and you look up. That's the trio do here in the third.
So here does come Matt Shaw to the plate. He's 0 for 1, grounded out to the shortstop and Mooney. Back for out number 2 in the first inning. Game 1 of the Western semifinal here tonight at Doran Park. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a cue shot foul, rolled up the first base line and out of play. 0-1 the count here.
And when we talked to Matt Shaw about what has changed and why he's been so successful this season, he said he has been less anxious trying to attack off-speed pitches.
0-1, fastball on the outside corner. 0-2, so that'll make these plate appearances mighty important for him here tonight. More from the wind. Here's his 0-2. Fastball just runs a smidge off the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Here's the thing. The way Moore is successful tonight, he paints everything. Everything is pinpointed. If he misses, that's when it's party time for the Braves offense.
Here's the 1-2. Fastball well outside. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that's where he's been sticking for the most part with his fastball, trying to start on the outside corner and run it off towards the left-hander's batter's box. As he winds and tosses the 2-2. Taken down and in with a changeup for ball 3. The count will run full. But that one to Frick just started it on his front hip, and it ran right across the middle third of the plate. Maybe just a smidge closer to the inside corner as well, and Tomas was all over it. 3-2 the count here to Shaw to open things up here. Payoff pitch is a fastball taken outside for ball 4, so a walk to Shaw. the 4th free pass he's drawn in his last 2 ball games.
Right
He'll
fielder,
take
number
first base to
21
lead
out of
off this
North
inning as
Carolina,
that sends up Matt Horvath to the plate.
Leadoff walk. Now the Braves need to take advantage. Shaw leads the team in steals, 21 in the season against a guy in Moore. Really slow to the plate, not much velocity. Unless you get picked off, it should be easy pickings for the Braves base stealers.
First pitch to Horvath, swinging a bounding ball left side. Mooney to his right, picks it up cleanly, goes to second for 1. The toss over to first base is not in time as Horvath beats out the relay throw. So a 6-4 fielder's choice. An athletic play by Mooney, who knew he had to get that one out of his hands quickly.
An athletic play by Mooney kind of seems like,
Brito.
I don't know what the word is, but irony? I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but Mooney's the most athletic guy in the field. I mean, This guy just does things that are just ridiculous. Putting him at shortstop makes him a really good defender.
Here's Chris Brito with 1 down. Horvath hasn't started to take his lead yet. There he goes, shuffling closer to second as we speak. Time now granted to Chris Brito here. And Horvath continues his aggressive approach. He has major reverse splits this season, now 3 for 23 against left-handers. There he goes. First pitch is a swung on and grounded to short. Mooney picks it up. Will take it the long way over to first base. His throw is in time to retire. Brito for out number 2 on the play. Horvath, who was going on the pitch, will slide into second base. So 2 down now following the leadoff walk. That sends up Evan Slight to the plate.
Slight
0 for 1, rolled over his slider back to open up that second inning where the Braves pushed across 3. And with Horvath at second now with really good speed, 2 outs, he'll be going on contact. Should be able to score on a base hit to the outfield right here. And you have Andrew Pinckney in center who has a cannon for an arm, but that insurance run, very important here for the Bravos, represented by the cleats of Horvath over at second. Lefty on left, here's Moore's first pitch. Breaking ball, butterflies over the top of the zone for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike.
And with the shortstop and Mooney holding Horvath on second, a lot of real estate if Slight can go the other way and punch it through the left side.
3-2 Braves, your score here in the bottom of the 3rd. 0-1 is fouled straight back. Moore dropped down a little bit right there as the count moves to 0-2, just trying to sneak that fastball by the Braves left-handed hitter.
Signs of Rich Hill a little bit.
Absolutely. It's a great comp, actually.
Lefty, different arm slot, not going to blow you away, relies on a ton of movement. Trying to keep this just a 1-run game and send his team to bat for the 4th time tonight.
Looking for his 3rd punch out of the night right here. He's ahead big time, 0-2 here on Slight. Horvath takes his lead from second. The pitch on the way is rolled over to the right side. Walsh, it glances off his glove, rolls to the second baseman Stovall. His shovel to first base is not in time. Slight will beat it out. To third goes Horvath, and that'll be a break here for the Braves. Looked like an inning-ending ground out, but just hopped off the glove of Walsh.
And I bet if the Braves had to do it again, they would have sent Mac Horvath home because the pitcher covering in Moore stumbled over the first base bag. But good for the Braves. They extend their inning, and now it's up to JKG, who opened up the base hits for the Braves back in the 2nd with a knock to start that rally.
And time now called. There's going to be a meeting at the mound here between the Falmouth defense right now. JKG, a guy who excels at putting the ball in play, took a running changeup that he was out in front of and dropped a single into shallow center for a base hit. That's got to be the conversation right here. Not only that, but we'll see if the Braves maybe try to play some first and third trickery right here. We've seen them do that a couple of times this season. Definitely something to note if you're Falmouth on the mound right now as well.
Slight, not a real threat to steal, though. Just 2 attempts on the season. He's been successful once, caught once. But what it really looks like is that's the night for Nolan Moore.
It looks like a right-hander is coming in from the bullpen here, so Moore's night is done. Going to be a submariner. And with the right-handed hitting JKG coming up, trying to get a ground ball to end this inning. So Nolan Moore's night is done, allows 3 hits through 3 runs, make that through 2 2/3. And will be responsible for Slight on first base and Matt Shaw over at third. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll tell you all about the new right-hander when we return.
The Bourne Braves will be holding youth clinics this summer. They're for boys and girls ages 5 to 12, plus we'll offer 1 week of clinics for ages 12 to 15. For more information, visit the 50/50 table near the concession stand or visit our website at bournebraves.org.
Win or lose, there's always a Brave that sticks out on the field. Head over to our YouTube channel by searching the Bourne Braves or head to @BourneBraves on Twitter and catch the post-game interview every night with a player of the game on game night with me, Ethan Frank. And as always, you have a say on who gets to chat with me. Tweet at us @BourneBraves and use the hashtag Player of the Game to submit your pick for the POG.
The stars of the Bourne Braves can't perform well with an empty stomach, and neither can the best fans in the Cape Cod League. Hungry at Doran Park? Visit our concession stand down the third baseline, serving your favorite ballpark classics, including hot dogs, hamburgers, popcorn, cold drinks, and more. The concession stand at Doran Park is the place to go, because the only thing better than watching the Braves live is watching the Braves live with a hot dog in your hand.
Live baseball every night. It's another summer on Cape Cod.
Braves lead at 3-2 here in the bottom of the third inning. First and third, 2 down here for Josh Kuroda-Grauer. New pitcher on the mound is going to be submariner Leo Giannani in here trying to get out of this mammoth jam. Kuroda-Grauer digs into the box, the first pitch. Slow breaking ball, floats over the outside corner for strike one. 0-1, so a different look from Moore in terms of the arm angle and the side in which he's throwing, but looks like it's going to be a lot of stuff tonight once again here for this Submariner and Giannani. Braves need some insurance here, up by 1. 0-1, runner goes. There's a throw down to second base. Horvath taking off for the plate. The throw is not in time, knocks off Horvath's back. To second goes Slight. The Braves pull off the first and third play, execute it perfectly. They now lead at 4-2 here in the bottom of the third inning.
You said it, first and third play could have been on, and even with Slight's lack of speed, Coach Landers still tries it. And why it worked is because Horvath went right away. Didn't wait for the throw to go through, just stepped on the gas.
1-1 now on JKG. Next pitch is tapped high up the middle. Second baseman Halter towards his right, picks it up on the high hop, throws off his heels to first base. That is in time to retire Kuroda-Grauer, to retire this side as well. But the Braves pick up 1 run on no hits, 1 error, 1 runner left on. They lead at 4-2 as we enter the top of the fourth here in Game 1 of the Western Division semifinal. Not being able to make it to Doran Park is no excuse to miss the Braves in action. You can watch every Bravos home game live on the Bourne Braves television network. From stellar pitching performances, dazzling defensive plays, and big-time power displays, you can catch it all from the comfort of your home. It's your favorite Cape League team live on your screen. Just head to the Bourne Braves YouTube and join the fun.
You can catch the Bourne Braves all summer long at Doran Park. With more than 20 home games this season, Braves baseball is just a short drive away, whether you're on or off the Cape. With free admission to every Cape Cod League game, nights at Doran Park provide family fun for everyone. First pitch for all Braves home games is at 6, and you can check out the Bravos' full schedule over at our website, bournebraves.org.
This is Seth Keener from Wake Forest, right-handed pitcher, and this is Bourne Braves Baseball.
Well, you just heard from the man himself. Seth Keener takes the rubber for his 4th frame of work here at Doran Park. Game 1 of the playoffs for both the Commodores and the Braves right here in this best-of-3 set. Braves lead at 4-2, pushed across another run on the first and third double steal play, in which Horvath came across the plate for run number 4. Braves lead by 2. So that sends up Peyton Stovall, the DH, to the plate. Keener winds and fires his first pitch. Changeup taken down low for ball 1. 1-0, and it really seems that Keener has been able to settle in now after what was a shaky second inning in which he faced 6 batters and allowed 2 runs. 1-0 is down and into the dirt. Stovall backs out of the way. 2 balls, no strikes. This is the 3rd time since 2016 that these two teams have faced in the playoffs. The previous 2 matchups, the Commodores have taken both series. So 2-0 is tap fouled on the first baseline, rolls off the foot of Stovall as it trickles out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. That one just eerily reminiscent of the roller off the bat of Stovall himself a couple weeks ago in the 10-3 Falmouth win right there. I think
said it.
I think you could see Stovall smiling at the home plate umpire, Renato Cockrum. I don't know if that was in reference to that, but giving the Braves some deja vu that they probably did not like right there. 2-1 the count here with nobody out. Keener winds and fires his pitch. Swinging a stung ground ball up the middle. Peck to his left, picks it up on the cut of the outfield grass, slings over to first base to retire. Stovall for out number 1. Now 4 in a row retired from the Braves right-hander. 1 up, 1 down. Here in the top of the 4th inning.
Peck earlier this season struggled throwing the ball, made a bunch of throwing errors, but as of late has been Mr. Reliable, a really sharp defensive player, and that's why he gets the nod to be the starting shortstop here in the postseason.
So here's Drew Brutcher with 1 down, nobody on. Keener's first pitch. Breaking ball over the heart of the plate for a strike. 0-1, and we alluded to it just moments ago. That dribbler down the first base line on July 22nd in what was a 10-3 Falmouth win. Hunter Furtado in that ballgame was in a groove, the starter for the Braves that night. 0-1 pitch. Just a little bit low with a heater, 1-1. He'd retired 8 consecutive batters, had struck out the last 5 batters in order as well. And it looked like he was going to piece together his best start of the summer. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a high fly ball, left field line, slicing out of play. 1-2. And then Stovall led off the inning in the 5th and hit a slow dribbler up the first base line. And the home plate umpire called it foul very early. Alan Espinal picked it up in fair territory, but the ball was ruled foul initially. Keener swing back and forth. Here's his 1-2. Fastball up and away. Count evens up. So then after a meeting with the umpires in which Jeff Trundy asked to challenge the play, they overturned it. And the big emphasis from Scott Lander's point of view was that you called it foul, so the play was dead. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Keener blows a fastball by Brutcher. You can see some steam on the trail of that one. Punch at number 4 on the night for the right-hander. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 4th inning. Scott Landers would protest that game because the Braves were winning 3-0. And then after that play, Alex Mooney hit an inside the park 3-run home run, and Falmouth pushed across 10 unanswered runs. Here's Josiah Cromwick. First pitch is swung on a tap foul straight back. 0-1 the count. So the Braves lost what could have been a potential opportunity to win, but we're on quite a roll. 8-1-1 in the last 10. 0-1 is pounded to the ground to third, past a lunging Enos. That's going to roll into left field for a base hit. So a single from Cromwick, back-to-back productive plate appearances by the Falmouth catcher, a sacrifice bunt in the 2nd inning and a single here in the 4th.
Both catchers hitting under the Mendoza line coming into play tonight, making an impact, and now Keener has to deal with this guy in Jacob Walsh, a.k.a. the Doran Park Destroyer. This guy loves to hit here.
He drove in 2 with a double to right center his last time up for RBI 17 and 18 on the campaign. Keener's first pitch is swung on a tap softly over the mound. Shortstop and Peck will charge, gloves it, but it rolls underneath him and behind him towards the second base bag. Matt Shaw will back it up. So safe at first base is Walsh. Will likely be an infield singles. That was a tough play for Peck. Had a long way to go. First and second here with 2 down for the Commodores.
Wasn't hit hard, but Walsh not a very speedy guy. I thought the Braves were going to have a chance there if Peck fielded it cleanly, but he had to run a long way to try to cut that one off. Didn't get to it. Falmouth on here with 2 runners on bases. Now it's up for McKenzie, the 9-hitter, to break through.
Big spot for the Falmouth third baseman. First pitch. Off-speed pitch taken down low. 1-0. McKenzie, a switch hitter, swinging from the left side with the right-hander and Keener on the mound this evening. He had a 3-1 count in his last at-bat and grounded out to the shortstop and Peck. Braves lead it by 2, 4-2 here in the top of the 4th inning. Cromwick at second, Walsh at first here with 2 down, as McKenzie represents the go-ahead run at the plate. Wind continues to gust out towards left center. We've seen the ball fly this evening so far. Keener's 1-0. Down and away, scooch past the catcher and Frick and rolls to the backstop. Scampering into third goes Cromwick. Behind him into second is Walsh. That'll be a wild pitch, a 2-0 count to McKenzie. Now, more than likely, a base hit ties things up here for the Commodores.
Keener was rolling in this inning, had retired 7 straight Commodores, and then single by Cromwick, infield single by Walsh, and now a 2-0 count here to McKenzie. He's got to lock down because you do not want Mooney up to bat with either a couple runs across home plate or runners in scoring position.
Infield straight up. Enos just a couple steps behind third. 2-0 is swung on and fouled off the fist straight back over the netting and towards the crowd behind us. 2-1 the count here. McKenzie 6 for 13 against the Braves so far this summer. Looking for his first RBI since July 12th. That's a difference of 10 games. That, of course, in the 4-3 Braves win a few weeks ago. 2-1. Swinging a hard ground ball past the diving Burrito. That's going to roll inside the chalk and down the right field line. Here comes Cromwick, right behind him Walsh. McKenzie digging for 2. He's in there standing up with a game-tying 2-run double. It's 4-4 here in the top of the 4th inning.
McKenzie got a hanger and laced it down the right field line once they got into the corner.
Alex Mooney.
Easy stand-up double by McKenzie, brings home 2 runs and make it a brand new ball game once again. Buckle up, this is going to be a really fun series.
The tug-of-war affair continues between these two ball clubs, which has been the theme of the season series. In 6 games, split 3 games apiece. Here's Alex Mooney. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The Commodores outscored the Braves in the season series 24-17, but if you take away their controversial 10-3 win back a couple weeks ago, the season series knotted at 14-14. So these teams have played each other mighty tight. 4 of the 6 being decided by 1 run. So here comes Brad Cook, the pitching coach, to the mound here to have a conversation with both Keener and Frick. This is a really big spot with Mooney, who almost left the yard his last plate appearance.
Braves down there getting Craig Schurer loose. Quickly a lefty up and tossing against a Falmouth lineup that sees righties a whole lot better than they do lefties. So Keener would love to get Mooney out so Schurer can start the 4th instead the 5th against the lefty and Halter.
Mooney entering tonight was just 1 for his last 11, but has stung the ball twice. McKenzie with plus speed takes a walking lead from second. Shaw will hold him on over there, so a wide open right side of the infield. 1-0. Swing at a high, pop-up shallow left field. Evan Slight. He'll gallop over into the alley. He's there to make the catch head high, as that will retire the side. But not before the Commodores push across 2, thanks to the 2-run double from Anthony McKenzie. Boy, oh boy, do we have a good one here at Doran Park. 4-4 as we enter the bottom of the 4th inning here on the Born Braves Radio Network.
2021 was a historic season for the Bourne Braves. The Bravos captured the President's Trophy, given to the team with the best regular season record, and rode early success to the West Division title in a trip to the Cape Cod League Championship Series. Now in 2022, the Braves are back and look to replicate the success from a season ago without many of the faces that got them there. It's a whole new season of Bourne Braves baseball. Check out the full schedule on bornbraves.org and come join the party at Doran Park.
The Bourne Braves have enjoyed a long history of offering internships to college students who have worked in a myriad of capacities and performed any number of duties for the organization. Interns support everything from public relations, fundraising and concessions, to field maintenance, internet broadcasting, and baseball operations. The Braves will begin accepting applications for the 2023 season in September. Those interested should visit bornbraves.org.
Grab your hot dog and your lawn chair. This is Bourne Braves Baseball.
We've got a good one tonight here at Doran Park. Bottom of the 4th inning, tied at 4 after the Anthony McKenzie 2-run double down the right field line. I'm Max Stansfield alongside Calvin Cristoforo here in Game 1 of the Western Division semifinals. Here in a best-of-3 set between the Falmouth Commodores and the Bourne Braves. Here's John Peck to lead things off. The first pitch is a heavy sinker that rolls in there on the inside corner for a strike. 0-1 the count. Leo Giannotti, coming out for his first full inning of work, was tasked with facing Josh Kuroda-Grauer with a couple runners on in the third, got him to ground out. 0-1 is a breaking ball that runs outside. Count evens up at 1-1. For Giannotti, his knuckles are going to be scraping the ground aplenty this evening, a submariner, and that's a heavy sinker with a Frisbee-esque slider. 1-1 is that slow slider. Ball 2, well outside, 2-1. And it looks like he's playing wiffle ball in the backyard right now. That thing is just floating up there.
And he's got really good numbers, too. 50 strikeouts in 36 innings in the Coastal Plains League this summer before he joined Falmouth.
2-1. Late swing and a miss from Peck on a fastball. Count evens up at 2-2. And when you're a submariner and you're piecing together 50 strikeouts in just 36 frames or so, that's incredibly impressive. Generally, more of a ground ball specialist trying to force off contact. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 gets Peck late on another fastball on the outside corner. Strikeout for Giannotti, his first of the night. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Taylor.
So you can almost take Nolan Moore and rotate him just about, 90 degrees.
Drop him down a little bit.
Throwing from the right side, of course, with that submarine angle, but the stuff plays very similar to the left-handed starter who allowed 3 runs through 2 2/3.
Slow with movement.
Absolutely. Is the first pitch on the way to Nelson Taylor. Is a fastball taken down low for ball 1. Taylor walked back in the second inning, a crucial plate appearance which set up the Tomas Frick 3-run shot. 1-0, Taylor shows bunt, pulls back, takes outside. 2-0 the count here.
Interesting to see that it's already started in this at-bat, how Giannotti attacks lefties opposed to righties.
He's only faced righties so far this evening. 2-0, Taylor shows bunt again, pulls back on a heater that misses upstairs. 3-0 the count. So Taylor, the first left-handed hitter to face him this evening, and he's climbed into the driver's seat ahead with 3 balls and no strikes. Here's the next pitch. Fastball right over the middle third of the plate, cuts the plate into 2 pieces. So the count moves into 3-1.
You think he was taken there?
Most likely. Braves need base runners here, tied at 4. Here with 1 down in the bottom of the 4th. 3-1 is another off-speed pitch that drops over the outside corner. Count runs full on Taylor at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Without even recording an official plate appearance, Nelly's got his steps in so far this evening. A couple of miraculous catches to take away 2 home runs in center. 3-2 is a fastball right over the heart of the plate for strike 3. Taylor knew it as he walks back towards the third base dugout. Back-to-back punchies for Giannotti. And you could see that stuff that he was showing off in the Coastal Plain League this summer. 2 up, 2 down here in the 4th.
He's a tough at-bat. He's an uncomfortable at-bat. Might take a little bit of time for the Braves to adjust to this guy.
Shadows in his favor as well. He's in the sunshine. Everything else in darkness. First pitch to Tomas Frick is a fastball up and away, ball 1. 1-0 the count. The sunshine just cutting the pitcher's mound in half right now. So Giannotti standing high on 2 feet in sunshine, but just an inch in front of him, it gets dark. Next pitch is a sawed-off, soft ground ball to second. Halter fields in a long hop, and will toss the cross over to first base in time for out number 3. Leo Giannotti has set down every hitter he has faced tonight as he sets down the Braves in order 1, 2, 3 to cap the bottom of the 4th. Top of the 5th on its way. Tied at 4 are the Commodores and the Braves here in Game 1 of the Western semifinal.
43 of the Braves' 44 regular season games this summer will take place on the Cape, but for the first time ever on July 25th, Polar Park, home of the Worcester Red Sox, will host a Cape Cod League game when the Bravos take on the Wareham Gatemen at 6:45. Gates open at 5:45, and admission is $10 to watch the Braves take on a West Division rival on an even greater stage.
The Braves are the reigning champs of the Cape Cod League West Division, but the West in 2022 is loaded again and as wild as ever. With 6 games against Hyannis, Wareham, Falmouth, and West Division runner-up Katuitt, it's a packed slate against division foes thirsty for revenge. To check out where and when the division matchups go down, head to our website, bornbraves.org, and check out the Bravos' full schedule.
After COVID-19 canceled the 2020 season and shortened 2021, this year will be the first since 2019 with a full 44-game schedule and an 8-team playoff. That means you can catch the Braves squaring off with each team in the West 6 times and each team in the East 4 times. It's a jam-packed slate for the Braves in 2022, and you can check out the squad's complete schedule on our website, bornbraves.org.
This is Ryan Fisher, right-handed pitcher, New Jersey Institute of Technology. Go Born Braves.
So we get a brand new ball game, 4 runs aside here in Game 1 of the West Division semifinals between the Falmouth Commodores and the Bourne Braves at Doran Park. With Max Tanzer, I'm Calvin Cristoforo. The Braves jumped out to a 4-2 lead in this one, but a 2-out, 2-run double down the line by Anthony McKenzie has knotted this game up. The night is done for the Braves starter Seth Keener, who stumbled through 4 innings, and he gives way to the left-handed UAlbany product, Craig Schurer, who's been nothing short of excellent in his brief stint with the Braves.
No doubt about that. 2.25 ERA through 8 innings of work. Has not allowed a run in his last 3 2/3 of work as well. Last outing was against these Commodores, went an inning and 2/3, 2 walks to 3 strikeouts. And this is a Falmouth offense that hates to see the lefty hitting just a $188 with a 538 OPS against Southpaws this season.
And a left-handed batter in Colby Halter will start off the 5th inning. 2-3-4 here for Falmouth as you look to try to break through against left-handed pitching that has stunned them all season long. Halter out of the 2-hole for Falmouth, the guy in the MVP conversation in the league. Matt Shaw, the Braves second baseman, awarded the most valuable player in the league, but Halter definitely in the conversation, digs in from the left side. Schurer's first pitch. Fastball chopped to second. Shaw goes back, fields on his backhanded on one throw across the diamond. It's not in time. Colby Halter legs out an infield single in what looked to be a routine ground out to second. Starts off the 5th frame for Falmouth with a runner on base.
And it looked like Shaw was a little indecisive. He is right in the light line right now as the sun sets over the third base side. I wonder if he just didn't get a good read on that one because of the sun in his eyes, because he was very patient with it when he's normally very aggressive.
So here's Jace Borford, another left-handed bat. First pitch. Another one chopped to short. Shaw fields in the in-between hop, thinks about going to second, but does a complete 360 spin and elects otherwise. He tosses out Borfin at first, and one is gone with the runner advancing to second base in the top of the 5th inning.
And that was so impressive right there. The guy is just so sure-handed over at second base. Very similar characteristics on that ball put in play. Had to charge it quickly, got there aggressively, and that spin, just magnificent.
So now runner in scoring position for Andrew Pinckney, the 5-tool center fielder from Alabama. Schurer's first pitch to the right-handed batter. Here it is. Breaking ball down and in, ball 1. Pinckney on the season really had a great year. Had hits in 17 of his last 20 contests to close out the regular season, including a 13-game hitting streak during that stretch. The 1-0. A looping curveball that catches the belt, strike 1. Falmouth looking to regain the lead again here in a seesaw battle in the top of the 5th inning. 4-4 your score, but the Doors of the runner in scoring position. Just 1 out in the inning. The 1-1. Swinging a tapper foul, 1-2. Really good crowd on hand here for Game 1 of the West Division Finals. The Falmouth crowd made the trip up. Just about a 20-25 minute drive here to Doran Park to watch their team play in Game 1 of this playoff series. Schurer sets the 1-2. Fastball just off the outside corner. That missed by a hair, 2-2.
And this is a really big plate appearance right here. The Commodores have done a really good job pushing runners into scoring position and executing in those spots. They got a tough one in Pinckney, a right-handed hitter. Get him out, you have back-to-back left-handers for sure.
Sure, looking for that put-away pitch to the right-handed hitter. The 2-2. Inside, 3-2, a curveball that was in on the hands. The count is full.
For a Falmouth team that has struck out the second most times in this league at a 421 clip, they are also very disciplined. Fourth in walks at 175, and that a really good take by Pinckney there, 2-2 on a good breaking ball.
So Schurer needs to come up with a big pitch here. Full count, 1 out, runner on second. Scoreless, tied game, top of the 5th. The 3-2. In the dirt, blocked by Frick. Runner trying to go to third, and Halter's in there with a feet-first slide. Pinckney takes ball 4. Halter takes the extra base, and now Falmouth has runners on the corners with just 1 out in the inning.
And for sure, the 2 left-handed hitters he has faced, he's been able to get in on their hands and to do some soft choppers right here. You have another left-hander coming up in Stovall, who does run well. It's going to be tough to double him up, but we'll see if they stick with that fastball running in approach to try and catch him on the label of his bat.
So an infield single and a walk has put 2 runners on base for Falmouth. Tie game, 4-4, top of the 5th inning, just 1 run out. First pitch in the hands, but it catches the zone, strike 1. Stovall didn't like that call. Sure will take it, 0-1 now on the left-handed hitting DH for Falmouth tonight.
We saw the Braves steal a run first and third a couple innings ago. Pinckney with a lot of speed. Can imagine the play could be on right here as well.
Infield and double play depth, trying to get out of this 5th inning. Look over on the runner, and Pinckney. And good job by Chris Brito, the Braves first baseman, picking that one, because that would have been a lot of trouble. It definitely would have scored Halter from third and probably would have moved Pinckney all the way to third base. But Brito keeps him there. Pinckney a definite threat to steal. A guy 11 for 11 swiping bags this summer. Sure, being careful with them. Takes another look over, and Pinckney doesn't even need to slide to get back safely.
The one thing that may hold back the Commodores from trying that first and third place, you have the left-hander on the mound, and Sure, who has Pinckney right in front of him. Got to make sure he's delivering to the plate right here.
Lefty's 0-1. Breaking ball that comes inside, and it hits Stovall on the front shoulder. So a hook just too tight. And on an infield single, a walk, and a hit by pitch, the bases are loaded with just 1 out for Drew Brutcher.
And this is a Falmouth team that loves these spots, hitting .324 with the bases packed this season. Have yet to hit a grand slam. Boy, oh boy, do the Braves need a ground ball right now.
Infield playing with the corners in and the middle back. The first pitch to Brutcher. Down and away, a slider. Frick keeps it in front of him, 1-0. Braves pitching coach Brad Cook has seen enough. He's coming out to the mound to talk to his lefty, who has run into some trouble that he's not used to being in. Sure, coming into play tonight, has put together a really good couple of weeks in a Braves uniform.
And Cameron By, a right-hander, starting to get warmed up right here, just in case Sure can't get through this inning. The Braves have been doing a good job, of getting out of these jams, limiting opponents to just a .05 in these spots, 4 for 38 in total on the season. But again, when you get into games like this, the postseason, a best-of-3 series, you don't have much time to let a guy like Sure, who struggled with that command, continue to labor here. You've got to make these moves quickly.
No place to put Drew Brutcher. Bases are loaded. Halter on third, Pinckney second, Stovall at first. Brutcher, who drove in 15 runs for Falmouth on the regular year, looks to give the Doors a lead again in the 5th. The 1-0. Pop foul out of play over the Braves dugout. The count evens at 1-1.
And if you're sure your strength is that fastball has a ton of run on it right there, you're trying to get it in on the hands of Butcher, trying to force some soft contact. You have the corners drawn even, the middle playing back. Ground ball to Brito does the job right here.
The 1-1. Inside, back in on his hands, and he was able to punch it foul. 1-2. So now he's gone to that pitch back-to-back times. Do you stick with it ahead 1-2, or do you go to that wipeout slider?
I would say the slider would be really good right here, but remember it backed up on him and he hit Stovall just a couple pitches ago, so he's got to be confident in it.
Here it comes, the 1-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed, strike 3. What a big-time punch-out right there by Craig Schur. The bases remain loaded now with 2 outs in the top of the 5th.
And he was able to monopolize both edges of the plate right there, going inside with a couple of heaters, which exposed that outside corner with that breaking ball. A really good bounce back after he hit Stovall right there. Got another right-hander in Cromwick coming to the plate, a guy who's had a couple of good plate appearances tonight. Now just an out away from a huge, huge out.
All the momentum the Braves would gain from getting out of this jam would be colossal. The first pitch to Cromwick in the dirt, ball 1. Bases loaded with Commodores. 2 outs, top of the 5th inning, tie game, 4-4 here at Doran Park. In game 1, the best of 3 West Division semifinal contest. Schur sets at the chest. Is 1-0. Slap foul, 1-1. Cromwick, the right-handed hitting catcher for Falmouth. Quiet season this year, just 11 for 60, and 1 for his last 14 coming into play tonight. But has been productive for the Doors this evening, a sacrifice bunt in the 2nd, and a single and run scored in the 4th. The 1-1. Swinging a ground ball. Schur is there. He fields, gloves, throws to first. In time, he got him. And Craig Schur Houdini's his way out of a bases loaded 1-out jam in the 5th. How about the guts by the Albany Great Dane? Falmouth goes down, stranding 3 runners on the bases. Through 4.5 here at Doran Park. 4-4 your score between the Braves and the Falmouth Commodores. That's what's happening here. What's going around the Cape elsewhere? It's round 1 of the playoffs everywhere. Ethan Frank down to the sidelines will take you through the out-of-town scoreboard.
It's chaos, an absolute chaos, no other way to describe it. Let's start in Cotuit. After yesterday's 9-0 drubbing by the Braves of the Kettleers, not much else went right for the Kettles today. Hyannis takes down Cotuit 9-4 in Game 1 of that best-of-3 series. That's the 2 seed in Cotuit, losing at home in round 1. Hyannis with a chance to move on to the West Division Final tomorrow at McKeon Park. And then out east, I mean, this is as crazy it can get. Brewster up early against Harwich. Harwich comes back and ties the game. And then the Whitecaps hit a walk-off 2-run homer in the bottom of the 9th. That game finishes 9-7 at Stony Brook Field. Brewster can win tomorrow at White House Field and move on to the East Division Finals. They look to repeat as Cape Cod League champions. And then the craziest of them all at Red Wilson Field. YD was down 10-3 to Orleans early and has now come back. It is now 12-11 in the top of the 7th inning at Red Wilson Field. I don't know if they're going to finish that game tonight. I know you guys have been talking about it. That may have to be resumed tomorrow. But an unbelievable showing of playoff baseball going on out east. And not to say the exciting baseball we've seen here out west. Really, really good playoff baseball going on. So we'll keep track of those throughout the night. But that's where things stand right now.
Well, Ethan, some great games going on around the region. And Doran Park is no exception. 4-4 between the Braves and the Commodores as the Braves hit here in the home half of the 5th inning. Trying to crack Gianni, who's back out there for his 2nd clean inning of work. His first pitch to Enos is down and away on a slider for ball 1. Gianni has retired the first 4 Braves he's faced, including a 1-2-3 5th. Is 1-0. Outside, another slider, ball 2. Enos in the leadoff spot tonight for the Braves, 0 for 2, a strikeout and a lineout on the ledger. The 2-0. Slow breaking ball. Not sure where that one missed, but the Braves will take it now with 3-0 count here to Ryan Enos. The pitch. This one gets the letters. It's across zone plate, 3-1.
A couple of really close takes from Enos, who has a really good idea of the zone right here. Hitters count. Got to be looking for just one pitch. Giannotti, who mixes it well.
The Submariner sets, now delivers the pitch. Outside, ball 4. The Braves have their leadoff runner on. Here to begin the bottom of the 5th inning in the form of Ryan Enos. And now Matt Shaw's coming to home plate with one on and nobody gone in the 5th.
And he walked his last time up, has been really patient over the last couple of games. 4 walks in just about his last 7 plate appearances here. We'll see if he's extra patient here against Giannotti after the walk to Enos.
Shaw took ball 4 back in the 4th. The pitch below the zone, ball 1. Let's see how aggressive the Braves get. Giannotti, a sidewinder who drops all the way down, comes in with that submarine motion. Good guy to steal off of. Pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Enos not going, 1-1. One on, nobody out. Tie game 4-4 in the home half of the 5th inning here at Doran Park. Enos gets his lead. It's a big jump. He's not going, the 1-1. Inside, Shaw waited for it to come in and then slapped it foul over the Falmouth dugout. Now 1-2 on the Pat Zaretti Award winner and Cape League MVP.
You can see him got his foot down right there, and that front hip was open. Just tried to wait as long as he could. It was in a tough position to hit it.
Giannotti looking for a big strikeout, the 1-2. Up and away, 2-2. Braves trying to regain the lead once again. Took the advantage in the 2nd on a 3-run Tomas Frick home run. Added on in the 3rd. The 2-2. Rope foul again over the Falmouth dugout. But the Doors with a 2-out, 2-run double off the bat of Anthony McKenzie in the 4th inning has tied this game up at 4 where it sits in the home half of the 5th. Light starting to flicker on in the bottom half of the 7 o'clock hour on a great night for baseball here at Doran Park. 2-2. Outside, and Shaw continuing to try to go the opposite field. Fouls another one off to the right side, down to the construction area. Enos has not attempted a steal tonight. 4 for 8 swiping bags for the Braves this summer. He gets his lead, the 2-2. Another ball fouled away. And the count will remain 2-2. Giannotti not a guy who is going to blow you away. Shaw continuing to flick balls foul until he gets one he likes. Two. Up and in, 3-2. And this is what makes Matt Shaw such a good hitter.
And he saw that he was especially trying to see the ball deep on the breaking ball, try to buzz a fastball by him, but a really good take.
Full count pitch. Enos is going. It is roped to short. Playable for Mooney. He drops 2 and he gloves. Fields comes to his feet and tosses out Matt Shaw on his only play to first. Enos was running, so he stays at 2nd on the play. Braves do get a runner in scoring position, but now with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
And Giannotti, a really good pitcher to run on. He does have a quick delivery to the plate, but that slider is just so slow that you could get a really good jump on it. And 2 for the catcher in Cromwell. Probably hard to handle these pitches and make a quick transition with the heavy sinker and then that slow slider combo.
So Enos does get in scoring position. Didn't steal a base, but reached on the ground out for Mac Horvath. Horvath has been part of the action tonight. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th and scored on the double steal 1st and 3rd play put on by the Braves offense. Trying to drive in a run here in the 5th. The pitch. Frisbee slider, but it broke too much. It misses outside, ball 1. Clouds starting to roll in with tempo above Doran Park. Still not a threat for rain in the forecast, 81 degrees on a mildewy Thursday evening. The 1-1. Outside, 2-0.
He's not just playing Frisbee, he's playing Frisbee on a windy day where that saucer is just being held up in the air extra long. That thing takes a long time to get to the plate with that fastball arm speed. It's just remarkable to watch.
Hey, you said it. He's playing wiffle ball. The righty's 2-0. Outside again, 3-0. That frisbee pitch continues. But it's not hitting the chain of the frisbee golf hole. It's missing outside of the zone. 3-0 now the count on Mac Horvath. The pitch. Goes to the fastball, and the two-seamer rotates back over the plate. It catches the outside corner. Strike one. Now 3-1 on the UNC right-hand hitting outfielder.
And it seems like he's trying to backdoor that fastball a lot. It's just getting in the habit of overthrowing it out towards that left-hander's batter's box.
Let's see what he comes with on now his 3-1 offering. Good hitters count for Horvath. The pitch. Swung on and hit off the end of the bat softly into left field. It's down a base hit. Enos goes station to station. He puts the brakes on at third. But the Bravos now with runners on the corners after the one-out single by Mac Horvath. And they'll be there for the big-time power threat in Chris Brito.
And Chris is going to have to look to get something to elevate right here. He's a double play candidate, and with that sinking fastball, Giannotti's probably going to try and pound him inside or try to get him to roll over a breaking ball away. With Enos over at third base and his speed, should be able to score on a fly ball of most depths. Again, we've said it. Pinckney has a cannon for an arm in center. But with the wind blowing out tonight, Brito just looking to drive something in to push across that go-ahead run.
Runners on the corners, one out, bottom of the fifth inning. 4-4 between the Braves and the Commodores here in Game 1 of the West Division semifinals. Enos walked, he's on third. Horvath singled, he's on first. The batter is Chris Brito, the right-handed hitting first baseman. The pitch. Outside, ball one. You mentioned it, Max. Brito, a definite double play candidate, which makes you think Mac Horvath sooner or later will be on the move here in this at-bat. He's not going, the 1-0. Fastball that gets the outside black, 1-1.
I touched on it earlier, but Giannotti, if Horvath can time out a slider right here, would be a really good pitch to run on.
Big open hole on the right side of the infield for Brito. Horvath is going. The pitch is upstairs for a ball. The throw down skips into center field. Horvath safe at second. Enos trots home, and the Braves regain the lead. It's 5-4.
That one not a bad pitch to throw on right there for Cromwick. In fact, he probably had Horvath if this throw was on line. Skipped past Halter. That's the second error charge to this Falmouth defense that leads the Cape Cod Leagues in that category. A big break for the Braves. Horvath putting the pressure on.
And now he's in scoring position. The 2-1 to Brito. Swing and a miss. A lazy hack and a nasty slider. 2-2. So 5-4 Braves, courtesy of the error by the catcher Cromwick. And Bourne looking to extend its lead with the batter, Chris Brito, up and a runner in scoring position. 2-2 upstairs, 3-2. Evan Slight, Brito's Rutgers teammate, waits on deck as a trio of Scarlet Knights set to bat up next. The pitch. Chopped up the middle. Going to be a tough play for Stovall. He backs up in the corner. His throw, and not in time. Brito legs out the infield single, and the Braves have started to find a rhythm off the sidewinding right-hander in the bottom of the fifth.
And that's a big break for the Braves right here. Halter lost his footing as he fielded it towards his backhanded side. That heel slipped out at him a little bit. Throw faded up arm side. Brito hustling down the line. A big, big play.
And that will do it for the Falmouth right-hander. Giudotti gets through the fifth, but cannot last through the sixth. The Braves have taken the lead and have runners on the corners with just one away. Pitching change here at Doran Park. 5-4 Braves as the Bravos still threaten for more here in the bottom of the fifth inning on the Bourne Braves Radio Network. Missed the biggest part of the game? Don't worry, the Bravos have you covered. Catch the call of the game on the Braves Twitter at Bourne Braves to hear the night's biggest moment. From big-time strikeouts to crazy web gems, game-winning home runs, and more, whether you hear it for the first time or you just want to relive the magic, the call of the game will bring back the best moment from the night that was.
Free. It's a word you don't hear often, but it's the only word in the Cape Cod League. Every single game on the Cape is free, which means you can bring the entire family, extended family, and the extended family for no charge at Doran Park or to any other game on the Cape. Catch the best collegiate summer league in the nation for absolutely no charge all summer long.
Cape Cod League Baseball is back on the New England Sports Network in 2022. Nesson will feature 5 Cape League games on its airwaves this season, the first of which comes on June 30th when the Braves take on the Falmouth Commodores, and then the Nesson crew comes to Doran Park on July 21st when the Braves host the Wareham Gatemen. All Cape League games on Nesson start at 7, and the station will also feature the league's All-Star Game. It's the best summer baseball in the nation, and it's live on the same station as the Boston Red Sox all summer long.
On our way back to Doran Park, it's time for some more Bourne Braves baseball.
The Braves have regained the lead on the throwing error by the catcher Josiah Cromwick here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 5-4, the Braves lead it, and they still threaten with runners on the corners and just one gone. Falmouth is forced to go back to the bullpen, and it's the right-hander George Arias making his second straight appearance against the Braves.
And he was really good back here at Doran Park on Sunday. 2 innings, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts in the 6 batters that he faced. He's going to look to get a major ground ball to keep this a 1-run game right here. The Commodores have done a good job of bouncing back tonight, but you look at a couple of defensive miscues, and you really feel like that they should be winning this ball game.
You really do. Braves being out-hit 7-4, I should say. But the Braves have taken advantage of every opportunity. And now, for the first time tonight, they will see a prototypical pitcher, an over-the-top right-hander after they got through Nolan Moore, the soft-tossing lefty, and Leo Giordani, the sidewinding, soft-tossing righty.
I think that the different arm slot right here, maybe a little bit increase of a velocity, will make things a little bit tougher for the Braves, and it seemed like they had to be
Left fielder, number 27,
putting their hands in their pocket
Evan
for most of the
Slight.
pitches that Giannani was throwing this evening. But Slight, a good fastball hitter, looking for something to drive. Again, fly ball with Horvat's speed over at third, more than likely does the job.
With Brito on first base, it's probably a long shot the Braves will attempt another first and third play. But you can't rule anything out against an aggressive Braves running game. The batter is Evan Slight, the left-handed hitting outfielder. The pitch. Fastball below the zone, ball 1.
And the only reason why I say also hold Brito here is Slight is your best hitter with runners in scoring position, hitting at a 371 clip this summer. You got to give the bat to him right here in this spot. Can't take the opportunity away.
Looking to drive in a big run here in the 5th, the 1-0. Below the zone, 2-0. So now a really good hitter's count to a big-time bat in Evan Slight. You know, although the Rutgers left fielder has struggled of late, still a .304 hitter at the conclusion of the regular season. Good count to do damage. Arias is 2-0. Swinging a pop-up, but foul over the Braves dugout, third base side. 2-1. Now on the Rutgers left-handed bat.
And he went with a fastball at the top of the zone, and Slight just a little bit late. Probably the result of seeing the soft tossers and Giannani and more earlier.
Trying to catch up to that fastball. Ahead of the count, 2-1. Slight is a double play candidate if he rolls one over. The pitch. Inside, 3-1. Slight's Rutgers teammate, Josh Corona-Grauer, waits on deck. Braves have regained the lead here in the 5th, 5-4. Runners on the corners, just one out. And a 3-1 pitch coming to Evan Slight. Here it is. Down in, a really good fastball there. 3-2. The Braves even dare to try to send Chris Brito to try to stay out of the double play with a full count. He gets his lead over at first base. He is going, the payoff. Below the zone, he walked him, ball 4. So Arias comes out of the bullpen and walks the first Braves batter he sees. The bases are loaded. And boy, has the big spot found Josh Corona-Grauer in his first 2 games with the Braves this summer.
Absolutely. Came up with a couple runners on in the third, grounded out, but has picked up now 3 hits and 5 at-bats, and he has some speed. Going to be tough to double up right here. Braves need at least 1 run out of this spot right now.
JKG up with the bases chucked and 1 out in the 5th. The pitch. Big rip, and he whipped it to the backstop. Foul ball, strike 1. Horvath on third, Brito second, Slight on first. Couple of Rutgers guys on the bases, a Rutgers right-handed batter at the dish. The 0-1. Breaking ball fouled away. Quickly it goes to 0-2, and Arias just like that's in the driver's seat.
And a couple of big swings from Corona-Grauer right there. Got a hanging breaking ball. Just flew that shoulder open a little bit, slicing it foul.
Falmouth left the bases loaded, didn't score a run in the top half of this inning when they had the bases loaded in just 1 out. Braves looking to avoid following that trend. The 2-0. Fastball too tall, 1-2.
And you look back at that top of the 5th inning where the Commodores did have the bases loaded. I mean, they were not able to score. And now the Braves trying to make them pay right here. Already 1 run in.
Corona-Grauer looking at the minimum to lift a ball into the outfield. And with the way it's been carrying tonight, bring home Horvath from third. The 1-2. Chop foul down the third baseline. The count will stay at 1-2 strikes.
And with that breaking ball, Arias has continued to pound it over the heart of the plate, just about belt ties, yet to try and drop it out of the zone. We'll see if he tries to induce a chase with it right here.
Middle infield and double play depth, a really big hole both through the right side and left side of the infield. If Corona-Grauer can go that way, the 1-2. Sky deep to right field. This will for sure get the run in. Brutcher makes the head-high catch, comes up throwing his throw to the plate. Offline, not in time, and both runners with head-up base running will move up 90 feet. Horvath scores. Brito into third. Slight into second. Braves now open up a 2-run lead again, 6-4 in the 5th.
And that's a really good plate appearance once again by JKG. Falling behind, fouling off a couple of pitches. And then is able to lift one out towards fairly deep right field. Brutcher was playing well back. Had a lot of ground to cover as he trailed in. Made a decent throw, but it was up the line. And that second run mighty important here for the Braves and a chance to add on more.
2 runners in scoring position, 2 out. Here's John Peck, the Braves shortstop tonight, looking to open this game up. Arias' his first pitch. Curveball too tall, ball 1. Peck on the night has had a frustrating evening. 0 for 2, he swung and missed at strike 3 a pair of times. Brito leads off third, Slight second. 6-4 Braves in the bottom of the 5th. The 1-0. Wave and a miss, a really good breaking ball that time, and Peck's ahead of it. 1-1.
And Peck has struck out twice tonight. Got a little bit of a firmer fastball right now. Arias gets him one right here. Looking for something to drive to that right center field alley.
Really big gap out there between Brutcher, the right fielder, and Pinckney, the center fielder. 1-1. Back to that curveball. This one's above the zone again, 2-1. So interesting approach here for Arias. 3 straight curveballs to the Braves shortstop. Let's see what he comes with on his 2-1 offering. Here it is. Back to the breaking ball, and it freezes Peck. It's across the plate, strike 2.
It just seems like Peck doesn't have an answer for it. That one falling from the top shelf to the bottom shelf right there. A ton of late vertical break.
4 straight curveballs. Does Arias dare go with 5 in a row? He sets at the chest. The 2-2. Fastball chops softly to third. Up with it is McKenzie. He gloves and tosses in one motion and beats the speedy Peck by a step to get the Commodores out of the 5th, avoiding even more damage. Braves, though, do push 2 runs across home plate thanks to 2 base hits and a sacrifice fly by Josh Corona-Grauer. Bravos back up by 2 again, 6-4, We're through 5 here at Doran Park on the Bourne Braves Radio Network.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you're interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bournebraves.org, and come join the fun.
This is Nigel Belgrave, pitcher from the University of Maryland. This is Bourne Braves Baseball.
Braves regain the lead in a seesaw affair. 6-4 as we begin the top half of the 6th innings, thanks to 2 runs in the bottom half of the 5th for the Braves. One scoring on the throwing error by the Falmouth catcher Josiah Cromwick, the other via a sacrifice fly by Josh Corona-Grauer. Craig Schur back out there for his second inning of work. He'll face the bottom of the Falmouth order, 8-9-1, but this has been a group that has done the damage so far tonight. Out of the line, the lefty's first pitch to Walsh. Slider downstairs, ball 1. Walsh hasn't been out tonight. 2 for 2, 2 RBI double, then singled and scored in the 4th, the 1-0. Popped up. Down the left field line, room for Slight in foul territory by the line. He makes the catch on the run. The Braves left fielder runs it down. He had to cover a lot of real estate, but he gets there. The dangerous Jacob Walsh is retired to begin the top of the 6th inning.
Third baseman, number 1 out of San Houston State, Anthony McKenzie.
So 1 out, nobody on, and here is Anthony McKenzie, who also has 2 RBIs on his ledger tonight. He roped a 2-out, 2-run double down the right field line when he was hitting left-handed against Keener. The pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Now the switch-hitting infielder batting right-handed against the left-handed pitching Schur. 6-4 Braves, 1 out, nobody on here on the top of the 6th, the 1-0. Up and away, 2-0. Sun starting to set as we approach the 8 o'clock hour here at Doran Park. Lights fully in effect here on a great night for baseball. 2-0. Roped out to center. This is crushed. Taylor going back to the track in front of the wall again. He runs it down and makes the catch. Nelson Taylor has been an absolute vacuum tonight, and this guy has run the Falmouth road race back and forth a couple of times. Sprints to the warning track and steals extra bases again from a Falmouth batter. And 2 are gone quickly here to begin the top of the 6th inning. Back to the top of the Falmouth order. Here's the righty Alex Mooney, the pitch. Fastball too tall for ball 1. Schur escaped a bases-loaded 1-out situation in the top of the 5th. And now is looking to put Falmouth down in order in the 6th. The 1-0 popped up into the infield, playable for the first baseman Brito. He now has trouble with it, but is able to recover, and stumbling towards the grass makes the one-handed shin-high catch to retire the Doors in order in the 6th inning. Craig Schur bounces back from a dangerous 5th inning to throw to a 1-2-3 6th inning. Falmouth down in order. The Braves keep their 2-run lead, 6-4, as we're through 5.5 here at Doran Park. Feeling lucky? Head over to the 50-50 table at Doran Park and play everyone's favorite ballpark game of chance. A different list of prizes are available every home game, and of course, half the pot is always up for grabs. Take it from me, my family played the 50-50 last season and won a gift certificate to a local ice cream shop, and I can tell you firsthand it was delicious. Check out the list of prizes over at the 50-50 table next to the concession stand and play the 50-50 today, because I'm sure there's a prize for you.
For the first time since 2019, the Cape Cod League All-Star Game is back. On Saturday, July 23rd at 6:45, the best players on Cape will come together in Wareham and duke it out in an East Division versus West Division clash. In 2021, the Braves had a league-leading 9 All-Stars, but they weren't able to shine in the mid-season showcase. But now the game is back, and it will include your favorite Braves stars, as well as the best talent from around the Cape.
It's time to go back to the ballpark. This is Bourne Braves Baseball.
6-4, the Braves lead it in the home half of the 6th inning back at Doran Park in Bourne. Braves scoring 3 runs in the second, 1 in the third, and 2 in the fifth to regain a 2-run advantage in Game 1 of a 3-game West Division semifinal series with the Falmouth Commodores. Braves will send up 8-9-1. Taylor, Frick, and Enos due up here to begin the 6th inning against the righty and George Arias, who came out of the bullpen and got the final 2 outs of the 5th inning for Falmouth. Facing the lefty, Taylor for the first time. The righty sets at the chest. His pitch. Swing and a miss. A fastball by the Braves center fielder. Strike 1. Taylor on the night walked and scored on the 3-run home run by Tomas Frick in the second, and grounded out in the 5th. And now he needs some pine tar. He is hitting with batting gloves, but he did take a weird swing on that first pitch fastball. It did look like the bat slipped out of his hands a little bit. So the Braves outfielder will grab some tar, come back to home plate, get it on the gloves, and claw back in. Trying to get on base here to lead the bottom half of the 6th inning for the Braves offense. The 0-1. Outside, 1-1. The first 6 games of the regular season series tight between the Braves and Commodores tonight has been no different. Arias is 1-1. Swinging a bounding ball, foul down the first baseline. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Braves center fielder. Bourne and Falmouth split the regular season series 3 games apiece. Tonight, just a 2-run lead for the Braves in the home half of the 6th inning. 6-4 thanks to the 2-run 5th. The 1-2. Fastball spiked home. Blocked at home plate by Cromwick, the catcher, and the count is evened at 2-2. Nelson Taylor, an exciting player, hit a home run in his first at-bat in a Braves uniform. That was last week in Orleans. Not a big guy, though, and when I asked him where he gets all his power, he says, I just swing hard. The 2-2 to him. Swinging a ball hit off the hands, but softly into left field, a base hit. Taylor got it in on the label, but was able to loop it over the shortstop at Mooney's head.
North Carolina, Tomas.
Scooped up on a couple of bounces by the left fielder Borfin, and the Braves have a speedy base runner on here to begin the 6th inning. Taylor didn't get much of it, but he's on, and now Falmouth, after a softly hit base knock, will go straight to the bullpen. Not a long leash at all for George Arias. His night is done after facing just 3 batters. And the Doors go back to the bullpen. We'll step aside. Pitching change here at Doran Park. 6-4, the Braves lead it.
The Bourne Braves will be holding youth clinics this summer. They're for boys and girls ages 5 to 12, plus we'll offer 1 week of clinics for ages 12 to 15. For more information, visit the 50-50 table near the concession stand or visit our website at bournebraves.org.
Win or lose, there's always a Brave that sticks out on the field. Head over to our YouTube channel by searching the Bourne Braves, or head to @BourneBraves on Twitter and catch the post-game interview every night with a player of the game on game night with me, Ethan Frank. And as always, you have a say on who gets to chat with me. Tweet at us at Born Braves and use the hashtag Player of the Game to submit your pick for the POG.
The stars of the Bourne Braves can't perform well with an empty stomach, and neither can the best fans in the Cape Cod League. Hungry at Doran Park? Visit our concession stand down the third baseline, serving your favorite ballpark classics, including hot dogs, hamburgers, popcorn, cold drinks, and more. The concession stand at Doran Park is the place to go, because the only thing better than watching the Braves live is watching the Braves live with a hot dog in your hand.
This is Braves outfielder Evan Slight from Rutgers University. This is Bourne Baseball.
It's the playoffs, which means a really short hook for pitchers. George Arias allowed a bloop single to start off this bottom of the 6th inning, and that was it for his night. Falmouth goes back to the bullpen. For the 4th time this evening, it is Tyler Mudd, the 5'8" left-hander from Shrewsbury, Mass. in Holy Cross, trying to keep this game right where it is, a 6-4 Braves advantage. Bravos have the leadoff runner on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning in Game 1 of a 3-game West Division semifinal series. The batter is Tomas Frick, who's provided a lot of offense for the Braves tonight. Opened up the scoring for Bourne with a 3-run home run into the Braves bullpen back in the 2nd. He bats with a runner on, nobody out, bottom of the 6th inning. Mudd squares to bunt. His first pitch is in the dirt. Taylor is running. The throw down, not in time. Nelson Taylor in there with a feet-first slide, and the Braves not wasting any time running on the new Falmouth arm. So it was just a bluff bunt for Frick, trying to block the catcher in Cromwick. And now the Braves have a runner in scoring position, trying to open up their largest lead of the night here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Taylor's on second, nobody out. Mudd's 1-0. Frick squares again, pulls back again, and this time it's a strike, 1-1 on the Braves catcher. This is just Mudd's 2nd appearance of the season for Falmouth. Played this summer for the Ocean State Waves of the NECBL. Had an ERA of just over 2, so he was really sharp. Instead, that's an ERA of .3, so even better in 30 innings. Frick squares the bunt, doesn't get it down. It's caught by the pitcher, Mudd. He spins and throws out Taylor at second base. That is a nightmare scenario for a Braves offense looking to get a runner to third base with less than 2 outs in the inning. Frick pops up the bunt, a really aggressive play by the Falmouth pitcher to come off the mound, catch it, spin, and throw out Taylor at second, which completely changes the complexion of this inning. Bases wiped clean, 2 gone for the top of the order and Ryan Enos. Mudd this summer, back to him. 1 earned run in 30 1/3 innings of work. His pitch to Enos, who squares. Down and in, a slider for ball 1. Massachusetts kid from Shrewsbury, Mass. Playing his college ball not far from home is 1-0. Up and in, 2-0. Shrewsbury and Worcester, just a town over for one another. In Central Mass, the Braves know Worcester very well. 2-0. Hit off the hand softly into center field. Going out is the second baseman Halter, and he makes the two-handed catch on the back pedal to retire the side in the 6th inning. What looked like a promising frame turns into nothing for the Bravos, and they go down in order. Mudd comes out of the bullpen and gets 3 outs, facing just 2 batters. The score remains 6-4 as we head for the 7th on the Bourne Braves Radio Network.
Can first pitch not come soon enough? Well, don't worry. Before the Bravos has you covered. Starting 15 minutes before first pitch at home or on the road, Before the Bravos has the pregame insight and analysis you need to get game ready. From exclusive interviews, a first look at the opposition, lineup breakdowns, and so much more, Before the Bravos is the best place to start your evening of baseball. Before the Bravos, 15 minutes before first pitch, every game day, live on the Born Braves YouTube stream.
T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile believes that when small towns thrive, America thrives. That's why they are investing billions to bring fast, reliable, and affordable wireless service beyond the big cities to small towns across America. There's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit T-Mobile.com/acrossamerica to find out more.
This is Braves first baseman Chris Brito, Rutgers University, and this is Born Baseball.
It's getting late. Final third of this ball game, Braves in the lead, 6-4 as Falmouth bats in the top of the 7th inning. Braves opening up a 2-run lead thanks to a 2-run 5th inning. Braves scored on a error on the catcher Cromwood and a sac fly by Josh Corona Grauer. They've held that lead now into the 7th inning thanks to Craig Schur, the Braves lefty, who's back out there for his 3rd inning of work.
And after struggling mightily in the 5th inning, a quick 1-2-3 6th.
Trying to get through the 7th unscathed, has to go through the meat of the Falmouth order. 2, 3, 4. Halter, Borfin, Pinkney. His first pitch to Halter. Check swing and a line drive fouled off over the Braves dugout for strike 1. Halter, the guy you circle in this Falmouth lineup. 1 for 3 in the night. Singled back in the 5th against the lefty and Schur. Working on lefty on left. He digs in. Schur out of the line, kicks and fires his 0-1. In the dirt, blocked by Frick, 1-1.
And the biggest difference for him between the 5th and the 6th was the command of that breaking ball. He caught it back towards the end of that 5th inning, striking out Butcher. That fastball plays even better when it's on.
His 1-1 is the fastball, but it's outside, 2-1. Braves looking to hold on and get win number 1 of this 3-game series and put the pressure on Falmouth going to Gov Fuller Field tomorrow. The 2-1. Spiked in the dirt again, a fastball, 3-1 now in the left-handed batter.
And it's been a theme tonight, the walks. Most of them have come around to score this evening. Go back to that inning for more earlier where he walked the leadoff batter that set up that frame. Sure, going to have to make a quality pitch here.
His 3-1. Fastball, and he does, in fact, throw a quality pitch right on the hands. Nothing Halter can do with that one. Now 3-2 here on the Florida infielder. Who's going to win this battle? Big at-bat here to start off the 7th. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. A two-seam fastball with some serious run. Down and into the left-handed hitter. And one is gone with the bases empty to start off the 7th frame.
That looked like John Peck was throwing from his straight-up shortstop position right there. In on the hands with a ton of run into Halter. No chance. That was filthy.
So Schur gets a big-time strikeout, and now the run of lefties continues. Here's Jace Borfin. A looping curveball, the first pitch to him. Too tall, ball 1. Borfin on the night, the number 3 batter in this Falmouth lineup, 0 for 3. Grounded out against Schur the first time around. The 1-0. Smack to second again. Shaw backs up, fields on a hop. Gloves and tosses and throws out Borfin at first. The MVP. Doing everything tonight for the Braves. A stab defensively. And 2 are quickly retired here in the 7th.
And during the ceremony, it was noted that Shaw has just made 3 errors in over 170 chances. And I don't even think that quantifies the spectacular plays he has made. That was a top spinning line drive. Picked it on a sharp in-between hop. Just gets better and better with every play.
So now 2 are gone, bases empty for Andrew Pinkney. Pitch. Rope to short. Peck fields it on a hop. Bobbles it, gloves again. Makes a long throw across the diamond. Not in time. Too much speed for Andrew Pinkney. And Falmouth does get a runner on here in the 7th with 2 outs in the inning.
And that was a difficult play for Peck. They are going to rule it an E6. Had some topspin on it as well, ranging towards his forehanded side. Just tried to stab at it. Glanced off the edge of his glove, was able to recover quite quickly, but you said it, Pinckney runs incredibly well. Good news for sure, another lefty coming up.
Not sure about that error call. That was a really tough play that Peck almost made. But nevertheless, Falmouth a runner on first, and they just change it to a hit. Sure will look over at Pinckney, the runner, as Peyton Stovall comes to home plate. Stovall on the night, 0 for 1. He's been on base twice, took ball 4 and scored in the second, and was hit by a pitch in the 5th. Pinckney, the runner, hasn't been caught this season, 11 for 11 stealing bases. Sure comes home, and his fastball's across the plate for strike 1.
Stoll's caught in a couple of breaks tonight, a walk and a hit by pitch. Looking to be patient right here and keep this line moving.
Trying to get through the 7th unscathed. Look at Pinckney, who's back into the head first slide. Count will stay 0-1 here on Peyton Stovall. The lefty's 0-1. Here it is. Pinckney is going. The throw is inside, and it hits Stovall. Second time, Sure has hit Stovall with a pitch. This one a fastball up tall in what looked like a rampant pace, 7th inning from the lefty for the Braves. Falmouth creating some drama. 2 runners on, 2 on. And here's the big-time power bat in Drew Brutcher.
And the big spot finds him again here back in the 5th inning. Came up with a couple of runners on, a chance to get the Commodores back into it. Struck out swinging on a slider down away. We'll see what the approach is here from Sure.
2 on, 2 outs, 2-run game. 6-4 Braves, top of the 7th inning. Sure, a long look in. Now he comes home. Curveball's away. Ball 1. Brutcher singled and scored in the second. A guy with some big-time power. An imposing lefty batter standing at 6'4" from the lefty box. Schurer's 1-0. Fastball foul tipped into the mid of Frick. 1-1. Pinckney singled, he's on second. Stovall was hit by a pitch, he's on first. Falmouth looking to come back down by 2 with 2 gone in the top of the 7th inning. Sure looking to keep this game right where it is and get it to the 8th. The 1-1. Breaking ball below the zone, 2-1.
And you have a righty in Josiah Cromwick on deck. Garnety is the catcher, and he has been struggling, but with the lefty Brutcher up, got to attack here.
Long look in here from Sure. Finally gets a sign he likes. Sets at the chest. Is 2-1. Hit off the hand, softly into shallow left field. Enos going back, he can't get it. Rounding third is Pinckney, he scores. Nobody's covering third base. Stovall goes first to third, and on an excuse me pop-up that found real estate in short left field, the Doors have cut it to 1 and are not done. 6-5 in the 7th.
That was a well-executed pitch from Sure right there. A fastball running into the hands of Brutcher. And Enos had time to get there. It's just that he lost it, was twisting in circles. This is a really difficult angle, a really tough play right here, especially with that slicing spin on it. Enos just almost overran it, was anticipating it to drop more towards the left field line. Instead, more towards straightaway left. A big break for the Commodores.
So it's a 1-run game again. What's new between these two teams? And Josiah Cromwick looking to crack through and tie up this contest, if not more. The pitch. Broken back grounder back to the mound. Sure gloves, hops off the mound, and makes the underhand flip over to Brito to limit the damage to just a single run in the 7th inning. So Falmouth cuts the Braves lead in half, but the Bravos still lead it 6-5 as we move into the bottom of the 7th inning here at Doran Park. Before that, we'll send it down to the field where Lisa Simmons will present God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Once again, ladies and
BourneBraves.org, the official website of the Bourne Braves, is your one-stop shop for everything Bravos. From directions to the ballpark, the full game schedule, team information, game recaps, roster news, and more. BourneBraves.org is the place to go for information on your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Bourne Braves Baseball on the Bourne Braves Radio Network. You can listen to all 22 Braves regular season contests away from Doran Park here on our YouTube live stream. Can't make it to Chatham? Too worn out for Wareham? Too busy for Brewster? Not to worry. Just search the Bourne Braves on YouTube, sit back, relax, and enjoy a summer night listening to your favorite team on the Cape.
Let's take you back out to the ball game. It's time for more Bourne Braves baseball.
The Braves and Commodores caught in a one-run tangle again. What is new when these two teams meet? 4 out of the 6 regular season games was decided by just a single run. Tonight, the Braves had the advantage in the bottom of the 7th inning, 6-5 Bourne. But Falmouth cut this game to just a single run with an RBI single off the bat of Drew Crutcher to make it a 6-5 contest.
And this is what the Braves have exceeded at over the last week and a half. One of the main reasons why they went 8-1-1 in their last 10, holding on to tight leads. They've won 5 straight one-run games in a row.
Batter is Matt Shaw, the pitch. Breaking ball that gets the corner, strike one. And Tyler Mudd is going to be really tough. This guy allowed 1 run in upwards of 30 innings of work in the CCBL this season. And he's pitching with confidence. The 0-1. Fastball inside, 1-1. Mudd came out of the bullpen in the 6th and faced just 2 batters to get 3 outs. Lefty's 1-1. Swing and a miss. A really nice changeup working down and away to the right-handed hitting Shaw. 1-2 now in the Braves' second baseman and Cape League MVP, Matt Shaw. Out of the line, the 1-2. Slap foul. Count will stay at 1-2 strikes.
And you would love Matt Shaw on right here. Great speed, would set up things for 3, 4, or 5 in the order due up.
The 1-2. Slap foul away again. This one right on the hands, but roped over the Falmouth dugout first base side. 1-2 will stay the count here on Shaw. Mudd works from the wind. He kicks and tosses the pitch. Up and away, 2-2.
That fastball run, very similar to Moore. Really good take from Shaw as that one just glided an inch or 2 off the outside black.
Braves looking for some insurance here in the home half of the 7th. Leading by just a single run. The 2-2. Up and in, 3-2. Mudd issued 11 walks in 30 innings this summer. The 3-2. Breaking ball that curls through the back door and freezes Matt Shaw. Strike 3. Tyler Mudd's got confidence, and he's got confidence in that breaking pitch. He punches out the league MVP looking, and one is retired to start the home half of the 7th inning.
So much deception and late movement on that one right there. Tough to freeze Matt Shaw, but that's the quality of pitch that does.
His first pitch to Horvath, the fastball with that 2-seam movement, catches the outside corner. 0-1 here to the Braves' power-hitting outfielder. The 0-1. Curveball slammed foul over the Braves press box here behind home plate at Doran Park. 0-2. You know Mud's in a rhythm because he is playing ready golf. Catch and throw baseball, his 0-2. Fastball too tall, 1-2. Horvath on the night. Fouls this 1-2 pitch back. Has been on base all 3 times. 1 for 2, single walk. He scored twice. Trying to keep his streak going. He's homered in back-to-back contests. The 1-2. Rope down the left field line. Foul ball. Just by a lace. Down into left field. That would have been extra bases. Horvath hit that one on the screws, but just outside that white line. And it's just a foul ball to keep the count at 1-2. Mud's pitch. Outside, 2-2.
And tried to backdoor that breaking ball. Again, very similar to Shaw. This time couldn't land it. Backed up a little bit.
Mud kicks and delivers his 2-2. Fastball right down Broadway, and Horvath doesn't even offer at it. Back-to-back looking strikeouts for Tyler Mudd, and the Braves are down quietly to begin the 7th inning.
The Braves could really use a Brito base knock right here to try and disrupt the rhythm right now. Falmouth slowly gaining that momentum.
Mudd is certainly in a rhythm, his first pitch. Outside to Chris Brito. The Braves' right-handed hitting power first baseman. 1 for 3 on the night. The 1-0. Foul ball, and he lost the bat. He slings it about 15 feet in the air. It catches the screen right adjacent to the Braves' dugout. It's just a foul ball and a strike, but the bat went further than the ball.
And he almost cleared the netting over on the third base side, which has to stand at least, 30 feet up in the air. Clip the very top of it as he'll go back to the dugout and get some tiger stick.
He needs some pine tar, you think?
Just a little bit out in front right there, to say the least.
But he'll lather it up good. Trying to extend this 7th inning for the Braves. 6-5, Bourne leads it. Falmouth, though, scored a run in the top half of this 7th inning. And they will not go quietly with 6 outs left to play with in Game 1 of a 3-game West Division semifinal series. The 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Mud's pitch. Swing and a miss. He blew a fastball by Brito, 2-2. And Mud's not a big guy. 5'8" is listed as the height for Mud, and he is spinning it. The 2-2. Smoked, but right at Colby Halter. The second baseman positioned perfectly up the middle, puts his glove up, and takes away a base hit for Chris Brito as Bourne goes down in order here in the 7th. A 1-2-3 frame by the Braves offense, but the Bravos still lead it 6-5 as we're through 7 here at Doran Park in Game 1.
You know what Pete Alonso, Kevin Youkilis, and Lou Merloni all have in common? Go ahead, take a guess. Yeah, that's right. They're all former Bourne Braves. The list of famous Bravo alumni is lengthy and it's growing fast. Take 2021 Major League Baseball first overall pick, Henry Davis, for example. He was on the Cape just 3 summers ago, back in 2019. So make sure you don't miss out on watching the future stars of tomorrow today. Admission to all games at Doran Park and around the Cape Cod League is free. For the full Braves schedule, head to the Bravos team website, bournebraves.org.
Did you know it takes $150,000 to field the Braves every summer? We are a non-profit, all-volunteer organization that relies solely on the donations of private citizens and local businesses. The Bourne Braves are a 501c organization, and all donations are tax deductible. You can donate today online at bournebraves.org.
This is Braves pitcher Will Sandy from UNC, and this is Braves Baseball.
Top half of the 8th inning, 6-5 Braves your score, and we got a tight one. A masterpiece being twirled together between the Commodores and the Braves here in Game 1 of the Western Division semifinal. Max Danzer joined alongside Calvin Cristoforo here as we enter the top of the 8th inning. Craig Scher coming out for what will be his 4th full complete inning of work after topping out at just 2 innings and 1/3 of work before. So he's really doing a good job for Scott Landers tonight. He'll get Jacob Walsh, the left-handed hitter, to lead things off. Walsh is 2 for 3 tonight and has been fantastic against the Braves this entire season. Here's Scher's first pitch. Breaking ball taps softly up the middle. Shaw to his right, steps back to play it on the long hop. From his heels, tosses over to first base to retire Walsh for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down here for Scher. Now through 3 1/3 of a frame's work tonight.
And in between innings, our producer, Ben Spector, questioned why Scher was going back out for another inning. This is why. Left-handed hitting, Jacob Walsh, who crushes righties. We've seen it all season. And Anthony McKenzie, who hits left-handed much better than he does right-handed. I bet this is Scher's last out. He does not go back around the order and face the right-handed swinging Alex Mooney.
McKenzie tied the game back in the 4th. It's the first pitch is a bender that drops over the heart of the plate for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. He had a hard ground ball on the first base line, just an inch or 2 past the diving glove of Brito towards his left. Pushed across both Cromwick and Walsh to score to tie the game as the next pitch is a breaking ball in the dirt, but time was called by Ronaldo Cockrum, the home plate umpire tonight, so no pitch will count. Still 0-1 here on McKenzie. A late time call right there. Right as Scher got into the delivery.
That's never a good thing. I don't think Scher noticed. Obviously he didn't because he threw the pitch. But back to the lefty-righty thing, Ty Cummings getting loose in the bullpen, prepping for what I think is going to be a 4-out save.
Here's the 0-1. Change up, down away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cummings, of course, the all-star reliever, leading the team in saves, has just been remarkable this year. In a 1-run game, Landers would love to give him the ball to lock things down. 1-1. Late swing on a breaking ball, taps it off the front shin guard of Tomas Frick, ricochets towards the third base dugout. 1-2 the count here.
And I know the game was tied when Keener got out, but that is the recipe. Start with Keener, go to a lefty, eat innings, and then drop tie trumpets.
Here's the 1-2 from Scher. Swing and a foul straight back. Good fastball and a better rip from McKenzie, who just missed it. Count stays at 1-2 here. The Braves very familiar with the 1-run game. 10-2 in those contests this season. They've won their last 5 in a row, and 4 of the 6 games between the Commodores have even been decided by just 1 run. Scher stares into Frick for the sign. McKenzie now calls time. Meanwhile, the Commodores 7-8 in those ball games. But looking to pull off a comeback here on the road, which they have thrived in this summer. Scher from the wind, here's the 1-2 pitch. Check swing on a fastball up and away, appeal down to first base. Mark Furtado says that McKenzie did not go around. Count stays even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And not that it mattered on that pitch, but that's a change we haven't discussed yet. In the playoffs, 4 umpires, 1 at every base.
Joe Peters over at second. Brandon Johnson at third, Furtado at first, and Renato Cockrum behind the plate. 2-2. Fastball up and away, ball 3. Count runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So you do not want to put McKenzie, the tying run, on here and then flip over the lineup for Alex Mooney, who flirted with leaving the yard all the way back in the 2nd inning. Here's the payoff pitch from Scher. Fastball up and away for ball 4, so McKenzie does draw the walk after falling behind with 2 strikes. Works the count full. Tying run aboard here for the Commodores as they have just 5 outs to work with. And before Alex Mooney can even take a step towards the batter's circle, here comes Scott Landers quickly out of the third base dugout. And more than likely, Scher's night is done here. Again, Ty Cummings, the all-star closer, warming up at the pen. He's coming in to try and pick up the 5-out save for the Braves tonight. Tip your cap to Craig Scher, who tossed a season-high 3 1/3 of an inning's work. Kept the Braves in this ball game. 6-5 your score. McKenzie the tying run at first. The threatening Alex Mooney coming to the plate representing the go-ahead run. We'll tell you all we need to know about Ty Cummings when we return here in the Born Braves Radio Network.
Missed the biggest part of the game? Don't worry, the Bravos have you covered. Catch the call of the game on the Braves Twitter @BourneBraves to hear the night's biggest moment. From big-time strikeouts to crazy web gems, game-winning home runs, and more, whether you hear it for the first time or you just want to relive the magic, the call of the game will bring back the best moment from the night that was.
Free! It's a word you don't hear often, but it's the only word in the Cape Cod League. Every single game on the Cape is free, which means you can bring the entire family, extended family, and the extended family for no charge at Doran Park or to any other game on the Cape. Catch the best collegiate summer league in the nation for absolutely no charge all summer long.
Cape Cod League Baseball is back on the New England Sports Network in 2022. NESN will feature 5 Cape League games on its airwaves this season, the first of which comes on June 30th when the Braves take on the Falmouth Commodores, and then the NESN crew comes to Doran Park on July 21st when the Braves host the Wareham Gatemen. All Cape League games on NESN start at 7, and the station will also feature the league's All-Star Game. It's the best summer baseball in the nation, and it's live on the same station as the Boston Red Sox all summer long.
Hey, this is Ty Cummings, Braves pitcher from Campbell University, and this is Bourne Braves Baseball.
So please get your tickets out and have them ready.
You just heard his voice. Maybe you'll hear the trumpets in the distance. That means it's Ty Cummings time. This time here in the top of the 8th inning here in Game 1 of the Western Division semifinal. Braves lead it 6-5. Anthony McKenzie, the tying run at first. Alex Moody, the go-ahead run at the plate. As Cummings comes in for appearance number 11 on his so far spectacular campaign.
Yeah, Cummings has been great. Probably the plan was to have him get the last 4 outs. Now he needs 5, but he has been special. Hasn't allowed a run in all of July.
As there's a pickoff move over to first base, a really close play. But getting back in safely will be McKenzie. Scott Landers coming out to argue right here. And it seems like the first base umpire for Furtado called time on what was a really close pickoff play over at first. So Landers will now have a conversation with Renato Cockrum, the home plate umpire. As Cockrum will meet with Furtado, the first base umpire. And this all develops really fast. It was a quick move over to first from Cummings. And Furtado had his hands up saying time was called.
So the first base umpire must have called time.
So Landers will head back to the third base dugout here. Everyone returns to their respective spots. Again, 6-5, Braves your score here in the top of the 8th inning. 1 down. McKenzie at first. Alex Mooney, the threatening right-handed bat, at the plate here. Infield shifting him to pull. Second baseman Shaw behind the second base bag. First pitch is a breaking ball that floats over the inside corner for strike 1. 0-1. Cummings' longest outing this year has been 3 innings. He's done so twice, looking to go an inning and 2/3 tonight and pick up what would be his 4th save of the year. Check over to first base again, back in safely with a dive is McKenzie. Cummings with a minuscule .52 ERA has allowed just 1 run through 17 innings this season. That came all the way back in his second outing on June 22nd. Another move over to first base. McKenzie gets back in with a head-first dive. Ty has faced Falmouth just once. That was in his last outing where he went 1/3 of an inning on the 31st. 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball that just bends a little bit outside. Count evens up at 1-1.
And he finished off that game by getting Alex Mooney to bounce out into a game-ending 5-3 putout.
Mooney 1 for 4 tonight, singled all the way back in the first, has been hitless since. 1-1 is grounded to short. Peck charges, fields it, shovels to Shaw for 1. The throw to first base, that is in time for the 6-4-3 double play. Ty Cummings comes in, does the job, gets the GB as the Braves keep this a 1-run lead here in the top of the 8th. With that, we're going to send things down to our sideline reporter, Ethan Frank. Ethan, take it away.
Thanks, Max. I think the Braves dugout has officially bought in on this season. You see the moves that Scott Landers has made tonight. Seth Keener, your best starter on the mound. You probably want to get more than 4 innings out of him. But getting Craig Scher, a guy who showed up just a couple weeks ago, to show up and throw 3 1/3 innings of relief is just remarkable. You know, he may not have been the first guy to the bullpen a couple weeks ago, but here pitching at a big spot, you have to give Scott Landers a lot of credit for how he's managed this roster, this lineup, and this bullpen as well, and bringing Ty Cummings in, getting that huge double play is just absolutely phenomenal. He'll be back out for the ninth looking to close the deal. That's the Braves all-star closer. That's what you want from your all-star closer, and that's what we'll see here in the ninth. We'll see if the Braves can get in a run. Back.
Thank you, Ethan. Bottom of the 8th inning now, 6-5 Braves your score. Tyler Mudd coming out for another inning of work. But how about Ty Cummings? I mean, that's the spot that he thrives in right there. You had the tying run at first, the go-ahead run at the plate. Mooney runs well, tough to double up. This wasn't particularly squared up to the shortstop and Peck, but they were able to twirl the double play to get out of trouble.
I've always said it. Anytime you can get 2 outs by facing just one batter, that's success on the pitcher's mound. Cummings with the big time out there. Now the Braves just 3 outs away from getting this done, but they would love some insurance here to begin this 8th inning. Try to make Cummings' night a little bit easier on the right-hander.
Cummings will face 2, 3, and 4 in the Commodores lineup. Halter, Borfin, and Pinckney. So it's going to be a tough task to try and pick up what would be his 5th save of the summer, and without a doubt his biggest. Meanwhile, we hit play on the bottom of the 8th inning. Here comes Evan Slight to the plate. He's reached base twice, 0 for 2 in total. Reached via the E3 in the 3rd and walked back in the 5th. Lefty on left, Mudd's first pitch. Swinging a broken back, ground ball softly off the mound, trickles out to the second baseman Halter. He'll gobble it up with 2 hands and throw over to first base to retire Slight by a step and a half for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down, 4 in a row retired now by Tyler Mudd. So that brings up JKG to the plate, who drove in now what is the deciding run, at least for now, back in the 5th inning, a sacrifice fly to right field that brought around Ryan Enos to score. First pitch is a breaking ball down and in, appeal down to first base. Kuroda Grauer did not go around, 1-0 the count. And if this holds out to be a 1-run game, it's the 1-0 pitch, is seared on the ground, past the diving shortstop Mooney. That rockets into left field for a base hit. My goodness, did JKG sting that one. It's the throw back to first, trying to backpick JKG, is well offline, rolls into foul ground. Josh Kuroda Grauer stompers into second base, and they're going to push him over to third as the ball went into the dugout. What a break right there.
What a break, and what a mental blunder. By Falmouth. You can't throw that ball there. What is going on?
Especially in a 1-run game.
The shortstop, number 16.
The shortstop and Mooney got the ball back from the left fielder Borfin and tried to catch Kuroda Grauer off guard. Sailed the ball well over the head of Walsh. Now, Kuroda Grauer wasn't taking a big secondary right there. Or I should say, wasn't rounding. As Jeff Trundy, the manager, will now have a conversation with both Furtado and Peters, the first and second base umpires respectively, about whether that ball went out or play or not.
I mean, you can't overturn this. There's nothing to review it.
So everyone retreats back to their spots here. That's the 3rd error charged by Falmouth tonight. The 63rd on their season, which leads the league. They have now committed 4 errors in their last 6 games. Entry tonight, just 1 in their previous 6, which was a big jump because in their previous 8, they had committed 18.
And Alex Mooney simply knows better. He's the heart and soul of this Falmouth team.
Infield drawn in now for John Peck. Here's Mudd's first pitch. Breaking ball is popped up on the infield. Walsh, the first baseman, taking a couple steps towards his right. He makes the catch towards his belt buckle for out number 2. So a big, big break here for the Commodores, at least for now. Just what Mudd needed is that sends up Taylor to the plate. Kuroda Grauer holds at third.
You said it. Now the Braves, after getting a big break, give Falmouth a big break. Infield drawn in. Peck just got under it, and here is Nelson Taylor. Smiley guy in the Braves dugout, trying to give the Braves a 2-run advantage because a 7-5 lead of the ninth is mountains bigger than a 6-5 lead of the ninth, even with Ty Cummings on the mound.
Taylor has had a couple of really good plate appearances so far. A walk in the second, which set up the 3-run Tomas Frick home run, and a single in his last at-bat a couple innings ago. First pitch is a bender, just a little bit low, ball 1-0. Nelson's already been spectacular defensively as well. So the 1-0 is a heater that runs across the outside corner. Count evens at 1. I mean, he created a run and away by walking to send Frick to the plate for the home run and took away 2, robbing 2 solo shots. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss out in front of a breaking ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes here.
Now he's got to deal with the bat. What you got to keep in mind, though, is a ball to the backstop. Scores Corona Grauer, who leads off a third.
Braves lead by 1 here in the bottom of the 8th. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a high fly ball left field side and out of play. Count stays at 1-2 here. The sun has completely set here on game 1. Lights shining down on the field here. So the 1-2 is a breaking ball taken down low, smothered by the catcher in Cromwick. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's a big smother, too, because if that gets to the screen, just like I mentioned, it's a 7-5 game.
Mud from the wind, his 2-2. And another nice stop by the catcher, Cromwick. That was a breaking ball spiked about 55 feet. Had to get up and block it up towards his neck area as it hopped high off the cut of the grass right in front of the batter's circle. Count runs full at 3-2 as that holds Corona Grauer at third. Mudd shakes off once. Now winds and fires the 3-2. Fastball at the knees for strike 3. Dropped by Cromwick. Plucks it up, finds a lane, and tosses over to first to retire Taylor to retire the side as well. That'll do it for the bottom of the 8th inning. The Braves strand Jake KG at third and will send things to the top of the 9th. Ty Cummings, cue the trumpets, looking to pick up the final 3 outs of this ballgame tonight. Braves lead it 6-5 here in Game 1 of the Western Division semifinal.
T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile is committed to serve those who serve. That's why they go above and beyond for our active duty military, veterans, and first responders. Visit your neighborhood T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com to learn more.
For the first time since 2019, the full Cape Cod League playoff slate is back. Last season, just 2 teams from the East and West Division respectively played in the shortened playoff format, but this year there will be a full 8-team slate. 4 teams from the East and West will get a shot at the title. The Braves have missed the postseason just once since 2007 and look to make another run back to the title game in 2022, a series they lost a season ago. It's the Cape Cod League playoffs and they're back in full swing for the first time in 3 years.
This one is going down to the wire. Now back to Bourne Braves baseball.
Take a deep breath. Here we go. Top of the 9th inning here in Game 1 of the Western Division Final. The Braves looking to cling on to a 1-run lead to take a 1-game-to-none lead here in the top of the 9th inning. Ty Cummings, who faced 1 batter but induced an inning-ending ground ball double play in the bottom of the 8th inning. Looking to slam the door here on the doors in the top of the 9th.
The second baseman, number 7 out of Florida.
It is not going to be easy. You have to earn this save. Hard of the lineup. 2, 3, 4 here for Falmouth.
It'll be Colby Halter, Jace Borfin, and Andrew Pinckney, 2 lefties and a righty in that order. Just 6 runs on 6 hits for the Braves, 5 runs on 9 hits, 3 errors for the Doors. First pitch from Cummings is swung on and missed for strike 1. 0-1 to count. 4 of the 6 games between these 2 clubs decided by 1 run. It is fitting here when they meet in the postseason for the first time this summer. They are 3 outs away from a 1-run decision. The 0-1. Swinging a broken back, ground ball softly hit. Shot charges, picks it up on the run and throws over. And that is in time, 1 away here in the top of the 9th inning.
And there's no team better in 1-run games than the Braves.
Number 9 out of Arkansas, Jace
9-2 in 1-run contests this season. You mentioned 4 against Falmouth. Looking for another one here tonight at Doran Park.
They've won their last 5 1-run contests and, well, would love to make it 6. Here's Jace Borfin. First pitch from Cummings. Breaking ball misses just a smidge outside. Cummings wanted it, shakes his head as he gets the ball back from Frick. 1 ball, no strikes. It's been a tug-of-war affair between these 2 ball clubs tonight. Braves would love to finish on top. 1-0 is pounded in the ground to second. Shaw's got it again. Picks it up with 2 hands, throws over, 2 away. 2 up, 2 down promptly for Ty Cummings. as the Braves are an out away from picking up the victory here in Game 1. The last hope here for the Commodores, the powerful right-handed bat of Andrew Pinckney. And we got a matchup right here, All-Star versus All-Star. Who will finish on top? Big crowd on hand tonight, getting into it here at Doran Park. Cummings from the stretch, first base side, fires his first pitch. Breaking ball just misses inside, ball one. 1-0 the count. Falmouth entered this ball game at 14-6-2 on the road, winning 11 of their last 13. Looking for some late inning magic here. 1-0 is a breaking ball inside, ball two, backed up a bit. 2-0 the count.
And Pinckney's a really tough out. And if he gets on, you got to worry about his speed, too, especially with Stovall on deck. Not only a guy who could handle the bat, but also a guy who could go yard.
Cummings from the stretch. His 2-0 pitch. Fastball at the top of the zone, strike one. 2-1 the count. Game 2 will be tomorrow. Hunter Furtado getting the start for the Braves. Would love to have a 1-0 cushion entering that ball game at Gov Fuller Field. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Cummings tied up Pinckney and knots right there. Another good fastball. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here with 2 outs.
Now if you're Andrew Pinckney, pull out your favorite coin, flip it. Fastball, slider. Both are moving, just in different directions.
6-5 Braves here in the ninth. The 2-2. Swing and a foul off to the right side and out of play. Pinckney stays alive. Count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Everybody on the dugout railing down the third base side for the Braves here. Everybody on their feet behind them as they stand behind their 2022 Born Braves. Infield straight up, outfield as well. Cummings settles from the first base side. His 2-2. Swing and a tapper softly hit third base side. Enos picks it up. Will toss over to first base, and they're going to finally call it a foul ball as it looked like it hopped off the front foot of Pinckney, who now limps over towards the third base side. Count stays at 2-2. One more strike to chant here at Doran Park. As you can imagine, the only thing likely on the mind of Cummings right now. Holds the pearl in his right, brown stained glove tucked to his front chest. Settles from the first base side again. His 2-2 one more time. Breaking ball, pounded on the ground to short. Peck slides, can't pick it up cleanly, rolls towards his right. Pinckney will beat it out at first as there will be no throw. The Commodores have a heartbeat here in the ninth inning. Pinckney with great speed, the tying run over at first base.
And if I'm ever trying to get a final out of the game, I do not want to face Andrew Pinckney. This guy
hitter, number 10,
is just a stone-cold hitter. Now, like we talked about, 12 for 12 stealing bases on the summer. How aggressive is Falmouth with 2 outs in the top of the ninth inning?
We'll see. Pinckney the tying run at first. 6-5 Braves, top of the ninth, 2 down. Here's Peyton Stovall. First pitch is a fastball on the outer black, a strike. 0-1 the count. The Commodores have been resilient tonight, but the Braves trying to shut them down one more time. Another quick move to first base. Pinckney gets back in with a slide. Pinckney with 11 stolen bases on the season.
And he's not even getting a sign from the third base coach, which tells you one or two things. He's not going, or everything is on his own.
Another move to first base. Pinckney will get back in safely here. With 2 outs either way, he'll be going on contact. Big alley in right center. A lot of room down that right field line as well. If Stovall punches one out there, Pinckney will be off for the races. 0-1 pitch. Down and away, ball 1. Count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. If this game does remain tied after 9 innings, there will be extra innings tonight. Of course, no ties here in the postseason. Cummings and the Braves looking to avoid that here as the right-hander makes another move to first base. Pinckney back in safely.
And I think Stovall's the guy you want to go through. You don't want to face Drew Brutcher with a chance to tie or take the lead.
Cummings from the stretch is 1-1. Swinging at a fly ball left field. Evan Slight trailing back in front of the track. He's there. He makes the catch for out number 3. The Braves check off one of the boxes as they are a step closer from returning to the Cape Cod League Championship. 6-5 your final. The Braves take game 1 and are a win away from advancing another round. Ty Cummings picks up save number 5 on the year. Falmouth putting the tying run on base and Andrew Pinckney, but Cummings and the Braves able to hold on.
Wasn't a pretty win. You don't win games with nail polish in this league. The Braves out-hit tonight, outscore Falmouth 6-5. They took advantage of every Falmouth opportunity. The Doors left a lot of money on the table, and the Braves grab game 1 here at home. Such a huge win, especially when you look at the success the Braves have had in Falmouth and Falmouth's struggles at home.
Absolutely, and the Braves will play them at home tomorrow. Just 5 of the 19 wins for the Commodores this year at Gulf Field, so they'll look to take advantage of that. The Braves also moved to 11-2 in one-run games. They have now won 6 in a row, and they now lead the season series against the Commodores 4-3. And Calvin, I think you look back on this one. I mean, there's a couple of plays that Falmouth mistakenly made, but Cromwick's throw down to second base that got away from the second baseman and Halter, allowing another run to score. They lose this one by 1 run. They had plenty of opportunities in this one. Took a 2-0 lead, tied the game at 4. Seemed like the momentum was going their way, but they just couldn't take advantage.
And here's the thing going forward. What Falmouth team will we see tomorrow? Will they fold? Will they say we're down 1-0? Braves are red hot. They've won or tied in their last 10 contests, 9-0-1 during that stretch. They've beaten us here at home. We'll show up to the ballpark, but that'll be it. Our season will be done. We'll go back home. We'll be happy about it. Or are they going to come back and say, hey, it's a 3-game series. You take it 1 game at a time. It's our home ballpark. We've had a lot of success at your home ballpark. Don't let us win today. It's 2 different paths the Falmouth Commodores can take. There's a fork in the road. They go left or do they go right?
Absolutely. It'll be a good one tomorrow. Hunter Furtado on the mound against Jerron Watts-Brown, who has just been spectacular. One for the Commodores, but also against the Braves this season. The Braves, feels good to say they moved to 1-0 in the postseason right now. Of course, with a win tomorrow, can advance to the semifinals with an opportunity to play in the championship round for the 2nd consecutive season. That's all for Calvin and I here on the postgame show. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, it'll be time for our player of the game interview with our very own Ethan Frank. Stay tuned.
Want to look like a Bravo? Well, there is one place where you can find the official gear of the Bourne Braves, and that is at the Bourne Braves Pro Shop. Open during every home game and located on the ground level of the press box, you can find Braves hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and more, all in just one place. Wear the same gear as the players and rep the Braves wherever you go. Visit the Braves Pro Shop today and let the rest of the Cape know you're repping the Bravos.
Make sure to follow the Braves on Twitter at Bourne Braves for all of your favorite Bravos content. From in-game score updates to player interviews and so much more, the Braves on Twitter is the place to go for the most up-to-date information on the Bravos. Make sure to follow us today at Bourne Braves. What's better than a summer night? A summer night with the Bourne Braves.
Welcome back to Doran Park. Max Sanders alongside Calvin Cristoforo. The Braves win Game 1 6-5 to take a 1-0 lead. Another 1-run game between these two clubs. And I'll tell you what, if it weren't for Nelson Taylor's defense, a couple balls fly over the fence, and the Commodores may win this one by 1 game. With our player of the game being Nelson Taylor, we're going to send things down to Ethan Frank, who's got Nelly for us. Ethan, take it away.
Thanks, Max. Here with Nelson Taylor, our Braves player of the game. I can barely count on one hand how many home run robberies you had in center field tonight. Early in the game, the ball was really flying. When you're playing center field like that and the ball is blowing out of the ballpark, I saw there were a couple times you may have gotten a later jump than maybe you would have liked. What's your mindset when you're going back on a ball?
I'm going to try and get to the fence as quick as possible. I know the wind's blowing hard, so I'm just thinking get to the spot as quick as I can, because I know the wind's blowing hard. When
you're going up against the fence, hesitancy to jump against it because you know of the impact it may have when the ball hits your glove, or what is that like?
No, I don't really care for the fence. I'll run it over if I have to. I'm just trying to make a play. You know?
Absolutely. So speaking of making plays, you guys made just enough tonight to get a 6-5 win, go up 1-0 in this best-of-3 series. What's the mentality like throughout the whole team right now?
We got to stay aggressive and keep doing what we've been doing. We've been great at the plate, having good at-bats, and keep putting stuff together as a team.
And what's the mindset going into tomorrow?
Same thing. Stay aggressive and keep swinging.
Thanks, Nelly. Go chow down.
Thank you.
He's got some burgers and dogs waiting for him. That's Nelson Taylor, our Braves player of the game. Thanks again.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, that will do it for our coverage tonight. You'll see Nelly and the rest of the Braves in Falmouth at Gov Fuller Field tomorrow. That game starts at 6 o'clock. Our coverage starts at 5:40 on the Born Braves Radio Network. Thank you to Calvin, Ben, and Max. I'm Ethan, and that's Nelly, and we'll see you tomorrow.